play with a game in Western Illinois on the road. So Panthers don't have a lot of time here to figure things out in the pre-conference.
Well, as Coach Wilkerson said, and I think every coach in America says, it's the old axiom, you make the most progress between your first and second game. So it's going to be interesting to see if they cleaned up some of the mistakes last week. A lot of that, we don't see, the fan doesn't see. It's behind the scenes and they look at the video. So I know that there was a lot of work put into making a cleaner game. So let's going to see if that's the result here today.
Panthers had 4 penalties last week, not a lot. The turnovers, they had 3. They need to cut that down. They lost the turnover battle last week. That was a real bugaboo all of last year. They'd like to get that figured out better starting today. Going to bring you a station break here in just a second as we near the end of our pregame show. Today is the first time since 1984 that these two teams are undefeated entering this rivalry game. Now, let's qualify that just a bit. For a lot of that time, the first 10 years after 1984, they were in the same conference and played a lot of times in the middle part of the year. And then in recent years, when they've been playing non-conference games early in the year, they've often played an FBS team before they met each other. So, but the last time Eastern started 2-0 was 2013. And as Dave said, for Indiana State, there's not been a 2-0 start since 1986. Let's go ahead and pause right now. 10 seconds for station identification on the Panther Sports Network.
This is East Illinois running back Jay Pearson. You're listening to Panther Football on Hit Mix 88.9 WEIU Charleston.
Eastern will be home next Saturday. It's a 2 o'clock start against Illinois State, the Mid-America Classic. Redbirds ranked number 7 in the country going into their game tonight against Morehead State at home. We'll be on the radio at 1:30 next Saturday from O'Brien Field with the broadcast. We're going to close out our pregame show from Terre Haute by meeting the Eastern Illinois defensive starters for today.
So if I had to describe Eastern, it's like chill, but yeah, you still have like a lot of stuff to do.
Events like First Night, events like Panther Palooza, our Student Involvement Fair, those are just so much fun ways for you to see so many people on campus.
So right away, you get to impact a group. If you join a club, an activity, you get to actually have a voice right away.
You physically embrace the campus and embrace everything about Eastern, and you just learn to love everything about it.
I love watching my child grow through football, learning values and life skills that extend beyond the playing field. Now, there are more ways to play than ever before, from flag to tackle and beyond, with opportunities for boys and girls at any age. To find the right team, explore FutureForFootball.com's new league locator tool and explore nearby leagues. It's never been easier to get your family involved in the game.
Central Roofing has been an Illinois roofing contractor in Central Illinois since 2012. Central Roofing provides residential and commercial roofing services to the Mattoon area, including roof installations, roof repairs, and storms damage estimates. More information available at centralroofingllc.net.
Thinking about a new kitchen or bath? Let Kirchner Building Centers help. Our experience will help you design and build a space on time and on budget. For more information, Travis Oakley is available at 217-232-8728. Kirchner Building Centers, serving you since 1906. A proud supporter of
Founded in
Panther Athletics.
1883, Washington Savings Bank has proudly served their local communities. The array of financial services that Washington Savings Bank offers are online at washingtonsavings.net or at their branch location in Effingham, Lerna, or Mattoon. Washington Savings Bank supports Eastern Illinois athletics.
Coles County Sanitation and Recycling provides commercial, residential, roll-off, and curbside recycling services to the Coles County area. Coles County Sanitation and Recycling is located at 655 West Lincoln Avenue, Suite 4 in Charleston. More information about Coles County Sanitation and Recycling is available at 217-345-7101.
The Deepholtz Auto Group of Charleston and Paris is a strong supporter of EIU sports. Honesty, integrity, and family are what the Deepholtz Auto Group stands for. Deepholtz is located at 631 West Lincoln in Charleston and at 15200 US 150 in Paris. The Deepholtz Auto Group, a proud part of Charleston, Paris, and Eastern Illinois University.
At Drake Homes, they recognize that no two customers are alike, and neither are the homes that will fit their lifestyle. At Drake Homes, they work with each customer through planning, execution, and follow-through with the end goal of a home. More information is available at drakehomes.com. Go Panthers from Drake Homes.
Welcome back to Memorial Stadium in Terre Haute. Mike Brad along with Dave Kidwell set for Eastern Illinois football. The Panthers go up against Indiana State. Both teams come in with a record of 1-0 on the season. It's the 90th time they've met on the football field. Eastern has got a 45-40 edge in the series. There have been 4 ties. Panthers have won 2 games in a row, including a 27-20 win last year in Charleston. The last win by Indiana State in this series was back in 2021 here at Terre Haute. Beautiful day, sunny, no threat of rain at all. Right around 70 degrees, winds out of the west-northwest at around 10 to 15 miles an hour. Captains meeting at the center of the field. Eastern wearing white jerseys today, blue numbers, black pants, black helmets for the Panthers. Indiana State in blue jerseys trimmed in white, white pants, white helmets for the Sycamores. Indiana State, it looks like, has won the toss and deferred. Make sure here. Sycamores did win the toss, did defer, so Eastern will receive the opening kickoff to start the game. Kurt Mallory, the head coach at Indiana State, his 9th year, a record of 25 wins, 55 losses, native of Oxford, Ohio. Dad, Bill Mallory, longtime head coach for Miami, Colorado, Northern Illinois, Indiana. It's a football family. Kurt's 2 brothers, Doug and Mike. Long time assistant coaches in the NFL and college. Mike was an assistant for a couple of years under Bob Spoo at Eastern back in the early 90s. Kurt Mallory's been the coach here at ISU since 2017, went 0-11 his first year, then went 7-4, Missouri Valley Conference Coach of the Year in 2019, but then not so good since then. He's 17-41, no winning season since then. Chris Wilkerson, former Panther player and assistant coach, now his 4th year as the head coach, 14-22 at Eastern. All told, his 13th year as the head coach, 65 wins, 49 losses for the 2023 Ohio Valley Conference Coach of the Year. So we'll see the Eastern offense on the field first. Cole LeCroux got banged up a little bit last week. He's got a hip pointer, so his mobility might be a little limited, and they'd like him to cut down, Dave, the number of the runs, I think, by quite a bit this week.
Yeah, I think they'd like to rely on Kellum a little bit more, maybe even give Jay Pearson, the backup, some more carries than he got last week. So I think we'll try to see some more balance.
Sebastian Lopez ready to kick off for Indiana State from our left to our right. There's a 10 to 15 mile an hour wind. Sycamores will have that at their back in the first quarter. Panthers back to return at the goal line to our right. Carly O'Neill, the freshman from Cincinnati, and Taylor Goodson, a junior from Sewanee, Georgia, transfer from Iowa Western. Eastern Illinois, Indiana State from Terre Haute. Glad you're with us on the Panther Football Network. Sebastian Lopez had 6 touchbacks on 9 kickoffs last week with this wind at his back. It's a good bet he could do it again here. Here's his approach. Game is underway. Drives it deep and over the head of Neal, out the back of the end zone for a touchback. Eastern offense will set up shop at the 25. ISU defense, Brandon Amanyangpong at defensive end, along with Nathan Gonzalez, Logan Wilson, Bryce Patterson inside. The linebackers, Braxton Sampson, Lucas McAllister, and Elijah Coker. Amon Glass, Xavier Andrews are the cornerbacks. Kamal Clark at safety, along with Jorge Valdez. Clark probably the name to watch, a transfer from Central Connecticut. He was the conference defensive player of the year there last year. 1st and 10, Eastern Illinois from their 25. Cole LaCrue out of the shotgun. Give up the middle. Charles Kellum can't find a hole and might have fallen forward for about a yard to the 26-yard line. Good defense by Indiana State in the middle. Eastern will be 2nd down, 9 yards to go after that tackle by linebacker Braxton Sampson, a junior from nearby Brazil, Indiana. Kellum last week rushed for 133 yards, 30 attempts, 3rd most in the country, and he ranks 3rd in the Big South OVC in rushing after week 1. 2nd and 9, Panthers from their 26. Handoff again to Kellum in the middle, a little bigger hole this time, gets across the 30, brought down at the 31, picked up about 5. So Eastern, which was very good on 3rd down last week, will have an early 3rd down try here. Lucas McAllister, a linebacker on the tackle for Indiana State. Panthers 17th in the country in 3rd down percentage after week 1 at 53%. They've got 3rd down and 4 right here. No score, opening possession of the game. Panthers break out of the huddle with 15 on the play clock, send Cooper Willman wide to the right. Landers Green, C.J. Nelson wide to the left. 3rd and 4, out of the shotgun. Kellum, or rather LaCrue, back. It's a 4-man rush. He gives ground in the offensive backfield, tries to escape. Now he's in trouble, dumps it off, incomplete. They're letting this play. The ball's free. Now they do rule it incomplete. Kellum dumped it off. It hit an offensive lineman in the chest, and they throw the flag. That may be an illegal touching penalty coming up on Indiana State. Brandon Amanyangpong ended up picking up the ball for Indiana State as they didn't blow it dead right away. But I don't think there's any doubt that was a pass attempt there, Dave.
Yeah, there wasn't any question about that. But he was a little bit desperate there. He had plenty of time, and he was scrambling around, but, boy, the pocket just collapsed.
Intentional grounding is going to be the call against Eastern. So that will be a loss of down and a spot of the foul penalty. So that'll back the Panthers up pretty deep here for this punting situation. They were going to put the ball down at the 22-yard line. So they lost about 9 on the penalty. And in to punt for Eastern, one of the stars from week 1, Mason Miller, a transfer from Marian University, 50 yards per punt last week. That led the nation in punting in FCS. A dangerous return man, Rashad Rochelle, is deep. The kick's away. It's a line drive. Bounced in midfield. Takes a big Eastern bounce. Rochelle lets it roll to the 33, and that's where it's down by Indiana State. So it was a low punt, not a pretty punt, but an effective one. There is a penalty flag at the line of scrimmage, so let's hold on after that apparent 45-yard punt by Miller. It's going to come back. It's a false start or an illegal procedure penalty against Eastern Illinois, unless Indiana State chooses to tack it on. Let's see. Kurt Mallory can choose to punt again or to tack it on. He'll surely choose to punt again. Illegal formation for Eastern. We're going to replay 4th down. That's a no-brainer, Dave, to let Rochelle have another chance at a return here.
Yeah, because right now there's just enough of a wind that makes it a little bit of a challenge. So it doesn't need to be dropped back another, 5 yards?
Yep. Well, not a good start for the Panthers when it comes to clean play. They've had an intentional grounding penalty, and now an illegal formation getting lined up on the punt. So now they're going to punt the ball from their 17 on 4th down and about 18 yards to go. See if Miller can come at all close to what he did that time. Last year, he led the nation in NAIA in punting, and he leads FCS after 1 week. Low snap, he's got it, gets the kick away, high kick, not as deep. Rochelle runs up, takes it to the 45, breaks a tackle to the 50, and he's brought down at the Eastern 46-yard line. So a much, much better field position for Indiana State. a shorter punt, and about an 8-yard return for Rochelle.
Indiana State gained almost 20 yards on that exchange.
So 1st and 10 Indiana State, and they'll start in great position at the Eastern 45-yard line. Up front for the Sycamores, center is Drew Page. Jordan Solofatu is at right guard. Zach Worm at left guard. Griffin Heil, Zach Simpson the tackles. Elijah Owens the quarterback. Ples Lawrence the running back. Wide to the right, Larry Stevens. Rochelle goes out tight on the left. 1st and 10, Indiana State. From the Eastern 45, they're going to pass. Owens in the pocket, throws to the middle. It's caught by Stevens at the 35, and he's got a first down at the Panther 34. The 11-yard pickup to senior wideout Larry Stevens from Springfield, Illinois. Picked up 11 yards on the play. T.N. Fridge on the tackle for Eastern. 1st and 10, Sycamores. They're going to keep it. Rolling left, Owens. He now cuts in at the 30. Hit hard and stopped around the 25, maybe 26-yard line. So Owens picked up 9 on that carry to the Eastern 26, and we're already seeing the tempo by Indiana State. No huddle. They're ready to snap it on 2nd and 2. 1 wide out to the left, 3 to the right for ISU. Here's Owens. Run the quarterback draw up the middle. Small hole. Got a first down across the 20. He got to the 19-yard line, picked up about 7. So a good drive for Indiana State. Started at the Panther 45, and they have moved it in only 3 plays to the 19-yard line. 1st and 10, Indiana State. We've got no score. Owens in the shotgun. Has Rochelle and Stevens wide to the right. Brian Domino goes in motion through the backfield. They're going to back to pass. Owens, lofty net, right corner of the end zone for Rochelle. And he comes up with it, but no, it hit the ground, incomplete. Rochelle came up with the ball, but the officials say it hit the ground as he rolled over. It's an incomplete pass. T.N. Fridge on the coverage for Eastern Illinois. That's a good matchup for Indiana State. Rochelle, a wide receiver, being covered by Fridge, who's kind of a hybrid linebacker safety for Eastern. It's 2nd and 10, Indiana State. Last week, Sycamores got a touchdown in the red zone 50% of the time they were in there, and they're in the red zone right now. Panthers did not give up any red zone touchdowns last week. Kurt Mallory talking to the official along the near sideline, maybe asking if they would replay that, and he may need to take a timeout to get that done. They do finally take the timeout. I think he wants the replay booth to come in and take another look. I think we're going to keep it here on this timeout in the first quarter with 11:55 left to go. Well, there's no way for us to see that because Rochelle had his back to us and the ball on the other side as he went for it. He came up with it cleanly after he rolled over. The officials were right on top of it. And now we're going to take a media timeout. So we will take a break here in the first quarter. There's no score. We'll be back in a moment on the Panther Sports Network.
First Mid Bank and Trust is there for all the new things life brings. Whether you're buying your first home, expanding your business, or planning for retirement, First Mid can assist with your financial needs. More information is available at firstmid.com. Good luck, Panthers, from all your friends at First Mid Bank and Trust with multiple area locations.
The Hampton Inn Paris has accommodations right here in East Central Illinois. Located on Highway 1 and just minutes from attractions like Black Hawk Park and Bloomfield Barn, the Hampton Inn Paris provides breakfast each morning and fresh coffee. Hampton Inn Paris also has a heated indoor pool and a 24-hour fitness center.
Jersey Mike's is located at 200 West Lincoln Avenue in Charleston and 1021 Charleston Avenue East in Mattoon. Jersey Mike's has 14 cold subs, including Jersey Shore's favorite 12 hot subs with the Big Kahuna cheesesteak on the menu. Sandwich combo meals are offered. Gift cards and merchandise are also available. Ordering online at jerseymikes.com.
Myers-Koff Automotive believes in long-standing traditions and is a local family business. Myers-Koff Automotive is located at 920 18th Street in Charleston. Myers-Koff Automotive provides a range of automotive repair services. More information is available at myerskoffauto.com or on Facebook. Rob Myers-Koff says good luck to the Panthers this season.
Ticket Smarter is a way to buy tickets to live events. Ticket Smarter has tickets for sports, concerts, and theater events. More information is available at ticketsmarter.com or through the Ticket Smarter app. Smart fans start at ticketsmarter.com. Ticket Smarter is committed to developing meaningful relationships with conferences, teams, and charities across the nation.
Keeping athletes in shape and in the game is one of the goals of Sarah Bush Lincoln Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Our certified athletic trainers and physical therapy staff work together to provide expertise on the sidelines and in the weight room to prevent, minimize, and eliminate injury. At Sarah Bush Lincoln, we're working to keep kids in the game.
No replay by the officials during the timeout, so it goes as an incomplete pass. 2nd down and 10 for Indiana State at the Eastern Illinois 19-yard line, scoreless first quarter. Sycamores started this drive at the Panther 45. Owens has him at the line, sophomore quarterback from Jacksonville, Illinois. Sends a Ples Lawrence in motion out to the right. They flare it out to him at the 25. Cuts upfield at the 20. Runs through a tackle at the 15. 10, 5. Touchdown. Ples Lawrence with his 4th touchdown of the young season. He found a gap along the right side. Split through 2 defenders right after he caught it. And it's a 19-yard touchdown pass to give Indiana State a 6-0 lead. They mixed the run and the pass and made it look pretty easy on that touchdown drive, Dave, after taking over in Panther territory.
Yeah, this is not a real surprise. They've got good balance there with Lawrence carrying the ball. You don't know what Owens is going to do, and you're right. You give Lawrence a lot of credit on that. He found the hole, and, boy, he went in unmolested.
In to attempt the extra point, Sebastian Lopez. His kick is up, and the kick is through. So we've got a timeout with 11:49 left to go in the first quarter. It's Indiana State 7. Eastern Illinois nothing. We're going to take a break. Back with the kickoff by the Sycamores in 2 minutes on the Panther Sports Network.
With banking and ATM options in all 50 states, including right here on the Eastern Illinois campus, U.S. Bank has your banking needs covered no matter where you are. And with the U.S. Bank mobile app, your banking information can be as close as the palm of your hand. More information is available at usbank.com.
The McKenna Yost Convention Center and Hilton Garden Inn is located just off I-57. With hotel and convention space, they can accommodate all your needs, serving both guests from Mattoon and Charleston's communities. In town to cheer on the Panthers, the hotel is located near the EIU campus with 6 bar and grill located on site.
Since 1948, Lambeau's Amoco BP has supported this community and supports the EIU Panthers this season. Lambeau's has 4 locations in Charleston, Tuscola, and Mattoon. Lambeau's Amoco BP has snacks, drinks, and fuel for students and families on their way to and from the Eastern Illinois University campus.
Well Creek Pharmacy, located at 1 West Lincoln Avenue in Charleston, can fill prescription medications and can accept most insurance plans. We also offer over-the-counter products, a drive-through window, prescription compounding, CBD oil, and local delivery. Prescriptions can be transferred to Well Creek Pharmacy at 217-512-2816.
With an alumni base across the United States and spanning the globe, the EIU Alumni Association builds lifelong relationships between alumni and their alma mater and works to make Eastern the best in the nation in integrating the academic and personal developing of students. To learn more, visit eiu.edu/alumni association.
Tune in every weekday morning for the EIU Morning Mix with local news, EIU, Charleston, and Mattoon sports, and the up-to-date weather. The EIU Morning Mix also has entertainment and music news, weird stories, celebrity birthdays, and more. It's the EIU Morning Mix weekdays from 6 to 9 on Hitmix 88.9 WEIU.
Little things make a big difference. Eastern had a 5-yard penalty before they punted for a illegal formation. Dave, that cost him how much field position after the punt?
It was 18 yards, right at pretty close, 1 yard either way.
So instead of having to drive it about 65 yards, Indiana State only ended up having to drive it about 45. They go 5 plays, 45 yards, a minute 28 on that scoring drive. Take a 7-0 lead. Sebastian Lopez prepared to kick off again. Sophomore from Fort Wayne, Indiana. Panther true freshman Carly O'Neill back at the goal line to our right on the far side of the field, ready to return. Lopez sends it toward Neal. He goes over his head for another touchback. Lopez has been a touchback machine so far. He's had 11 kickoffs this year in 2 games. 8 of them have been for touchbacks. So the Panther offense ran twice and then tried to throw a pass on 3rd down. When LeCroux could not find anybody open, Dave, he tried to escape on the scramble, and Indiana State had him surrounded.
Yeah, there wasn't any room for him to go whatsoever.
You just know they spent a lot of their defensive practice time this week working on preparing for the running quarterback. The crew breaks out of the huddle as Kellum off to his left at running back on Willman at running back. They pass it to him in the right flat. He catches at the 25. He's at the 30, and he's drug out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So Willman, the wide receiver, lined up at running back, took a flare pass in the right flat, and picked up 6 yards on the play. It'll be 2nd and 4. First catch today, 4th of the year for 6th-year senior Cooper Willman out of Sterling, Illinois, all-conference player in the OVC Big South last year. 3 wideouts to the left, 1 to the right for Eastern. 2nd down, 4 to go at the 31. Tight end Herrera goes in motion in front of the quarterback. Ends up at a slot on the left. Handoff Kellum in the middle. Good hole. 35 across the 40. Barrels forward for a first down at the 41. Brought down by Jorge Valdez, the free safety from Fort Wayne, Indiana, who was on the all-newcomer team last year in the Missouri Valley. Gain of 10 for Kellum, who's from Cincinnati, transfer from Akron. 6 foot, 205-pound junior. Rushed for 133 yards last week. 1st and 10 Panthers at their 41. Trailed the game 7-0 in the first quarter. A fake pitch out. A keeper by LeCroux up the middle at the 45. And he fights forward to the 47, 48. So first carry for LeCroux, picks up 7 yards. I think Eastern would like him to, on scrambles, to find more time to run out of bounds, Dave. Also, maybe to slide at the end of a run. We didn't see him slide a single time in 26 carries last week.
No, I think that's going to be more important today. If he's got that hip pointer, they don't want him getting hit on that spot. They don't want him getting hit anywhere, but particularly where it's so tender.
Lucas McAllister brought him down there after a 7-yard gain. 2nd and 3 for Eastern at their 48. LeCroux from the shotgun drops back. They rush 6. He's in trouble. He fumbled the ball, and they scramble for it. I think Eastern recovered. Indiana State had a great chance, and it slipped out of their defender's arms, and then an Eastern offensive lineman dived on it, it looked like. 3rd down coming up. So LeCroux tried to escape on a scramble and was lucky that the Panthers got it back on the fumble. I think Dante Thompson on the recovery. Braxton Sampson made the play for Indiana State. Only ends up being a 2-yard loss. 3rd down, 5 yards to go for Eastern. Willman comes wide to the left. Landers Green wide to the right. C.J. Nilsson in the slot to the right. Ginevra, the tight end, on a tight slot on the left. And before the ball is snapped, there's a penalty flag, and I think Eastern has been hit with another false start. That is going to be 3 penalties against Eastern in the first couple series of the game. So Indiana State decides that now at 3rd and long, they're going to bring in extra defenders. Panther penalty moves it back to the 41. It's 3rd down now, 10 yards to go. Eastern had good gains on first down on both first downs in this series. But now the penalties put them back into 3rd and long. 2 wideouts to the right, 2 to the left. Need to get the ball into ISU territory to make the first down. Back to pass LeCroux. They only rush 3. Goes over the middle. It's batted down at the line of scrimmage. Knocking the ball down for Indiana State, I think was Nathan Gonzalez, the defensive end. Might have been the other defensive end, Brandon Amanyangpong. Either way, it's an incomplete pass. It's 4th and 10. And Eastern will bring Mason Miller into punt. He had a 37-yard punt his first time. Rashad Rochelle, a senior from Springfield, Illinois, a Rutgers transfer. Very good punt returner. Last year led the Missouri Valley. Good snap. Miller takes a lot of time, gets a nice kick away. Rochelle waits at his 15, has it there, runs to his right up to the 20, 25, 30, brought down at the 33. So a good kick for Miller, but had room for the run back by Rochelle, and he brought it back about 15 yards before Jesse Garza made the stop for Eastern Illinois. We're going to take a timeout. We've got 9:05 to go in the first quarter. Indiana State's got a 7-0 lead over Eastern Illinois. We'll be back in just a moment on the Panther Sports Network.
Kerner Distributing, located in Effingham, is a proud supporter of Eastern Illinois Panther Athletics. Kerner is your local distributor for beverages including Coors, Miller, and Yuengling, along with a selection of craft and import beers, seltzers, ciders, spirits, and wines. More information at KernerDistributors.com.
Eastern Illinois University football, proudly presented by Kirchner Building Centers, your source for home improvement projects and contractor building materials in Central Illinois. For more information, John Brandt is available by phone at 217-232-0305 or at their locations in Charleston or Mattoon.
Central Roofing has been an Illinois roofing contractor in Central Illinois since 2012. Central Roofing provides residential and commercial roofing services to the Mattoon area, including roof installations, roof repairs, and storms damage estimates. More information available at centralroofingllc.net.
Slumberland Furniture is a proud sponsor of EIU Athletics with more than 100 locations in the Midwest, including one at 222 Broadway Avenue East in Mattoon. Slumberland Furniture has living room, dining room, and bedroom furniture along with home decor and mattresses. More information about Slumberland Furniture is available at slumberland.com.
Good luck, EIU, from Jamie Pilson and the staff at Pilson Auto Center, located at the corner of Route 16 and Route 130 in Charleston, as well as 2000 Lakeland and 2212 Lakeland in Mattoon. The Pilson Auto Center lineup is Jeep, Ford, Dodge, Mercury, Lincoln, and Chrysler. More information is available at pilsonauto.com.
Your local McDonald's restaurants are proud to support Eastern Illinois Panther Athletics, with area locations in Charleston, Mattoon, Effingham, Champaign, and Altamont. McDonald's offers different menu items, serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner daily. More information is available online at mcdonalds.com.
After a 44-yard punt and an 18-yard return by Rochelle, Indiana State takes over at their 33, lead the game 7-0. They hand off to Ples Lawrence over the right side, met near the line, and push back after about a 1-yard gain. Lawrence out of Fort Wayne, Indiana. Out of Kokomo, Indiana. Last week's Missouri Valley Player of the Week on offense. Picked up a yard there to the 34. Second down, 9 to go. Back to pass. Owens, quick pass caught by Rochelle on the right sideline to the 35. Runs up the sideline and steps out. T.N. Fridge pushed him out of bounds at the 38. So a gain of 4 on that quick pass to Rochelle. Brings up third down, 5 yards to go for Indiana State. Last week, they converted 41% of the time on third down. Rochelle wide to the left on 3rd and 5. A keep by Owens around the right side. Hit at the line and stopped at the 40, short of the first down. Tackle for Eastern made by Jawan Nixon, the transfer linebacker from Riverside City College in California. So he stopped Owens after a 2-yard gain to the 40. Make it a 3-yard gain to the 41. It'll be 4th and 2. Right now, the offense staying on the field for Indiana State. And now they bring in the punt team. The punter's a senior from Melbourne, Australia, Harry Trom. He averaged 42 yards a kick last week. Has the wind at his back here. Cooper Willman set to return for Eastern at the 15-yard line. There's the snap back, and the kick is away. End over end kick. Willman runs to the far side, lets it bounce inside the 10. It checks up nicely. Great punt down to the 4-yard line. Great job of controlling that punt by Trom with that end over end action. And when it landed, it did kind of like you want with a golf shot. It just popped straight up in the air. 55-yard punt. Panthers will start from deep in their territory. 7:36 to go first quarter. 7-0 Indiana State's got the lead. Well, so far, Dave, Panthers having trouble kind of getting in any kind of rhythm. They've had bad field position. They've made penalties. Been lucky they didn't turn the ball over already.
Yeah, D, all of the above. Really need to move it here some, even if they don't get, not being pessimistic, but what you want to give Miller some room to punt.
Jay Pearson in at running backs, lines up in his end zone on 1st and 10 at the 4. The crew hands to Pearson in the middle, tackled for a loss. Kind of hesitated as he took the handoff, and now we got a late penalty flag after the play. Pearson lost 2 yards on the run to the 2-yard line, but there was activity after the play. Cooper Willman was the Eastern player who was walking away, pointing at an Indiana State defender. There's 2 flags on the play. Our referee is Chris Rick, Missouri Valley officials here today. Dead ball foul, unsportsmanlike conduct against Indiana State. Amon Glass called for the unsportsmanlike conduct, and that gets Eastern out of the hole a little bit at least, gets them out near the 20-yard line.
That's one way to move the football, but you can't count on that. And I'm sure Coach Mallory is very unhappy with his defender on that one.
When I saw Cooper Willman was the Eastern player, I was pretty confident that he was not going to do anything silly and get himself involved in that, Dave. He just walked away pointing at Glass and got the flag thrown.
That's where a veteran is pretty smart.
1st and 10 Eastern after the penalty at the Panthers 17. Here's LeCroux. Sends Willman in motion. They hand on a delay to Pearson in the middle of the 15. Cut back run to the 19. Fumbled at the end of the run. I think Indiana State's recovered, but the officials are saying nope, he was down. Indiana State recovered the ball, but the officials are saying he was down at the 19-yard line. Kamal Clark on the play for Indiana State. See if Kurt Mallory wants to implore the officials to go to a replay again. Looks like they will this time. It was a play where Pearson got upended, kind of got flipped over, landed kind of on his head or his shoulder. Ball came out. And I think we're going to have a replay review here by the replay official, Jonathan Shelton. Well, maybe not. They may have already looked at it. The teams both went to the sideline. Eastern's offense has already come back out. The officials are staying in the middle of the field. Okay, play is under further review, so they just delayed a little bit to make that decision. So the replay official will take a look at it. It could be an Eastern fumble and give Indiana State the ball deep in Panther territory. Both of these teams really a lot of new faces. Eastern's got 53 new players. Indiana State's got 52. 24 transfers, 28 freshmen, the 52 new players for ISU. They're still pretty heavy on players from the state of Indiana. 49 Indiana players, almost half of their roster. And they've got 6 products from Terre Haute high schools. They've always had a good representation of local schools on this team. Before the game, they retired a number, 26, for running back Vincent Allen, who played at Indiana State from 1973 to 77. He's the career rushing leader here with over 4,300 yards in his career. Had 1,000-yard seasons all 4 years he played for the Sycamores. At one point, he had 14 consecutive 100-yard games. It's I believe, the first number ever retired in Indiana State football.
Well, that tells you the impact that he's had on the program. You know, we're going on 50 years. Well, really 50 years ago now that he played here. Said he played a couple of years in the Canadian Football League and then played for the Bears for a year.
14 straight 100-yard games. That's unthinkable today. Now, that was a different time, 73 to 77. A lot of running football, a lot of option football back in that era. Indiana State's got the lead 7-0. They scored on a touchdown pass from Elijah Owens to Ples Lawrence on their first possession of the game. Right now we have a replay review going on. The ruling on the field was that the Eastern runner, Jay Pearson, was down by contact at the 19-yard line on a 2-yard gain before he fumbled. But that is under review to see if really I think that really it's not down by contact. It's that the ground caused the fumble, I think, is what we're looking at here. Or that he was down before the ball came out. Panthers did fumble on their previous possession. LeCroux fumbled trying to scramble out of the pocket, and the Eastern was able to recover that one to prevent a turnover there. They're hoping the replay review will go in their favor here. Next Saturday, Panthers at home to meet Illinois State for a 2 o'clock kickoff. We'll be on the air at 1:30 next Saturday from O'Brien Field for the Mid-America Classic with the radio call here on the Panther Football Network. Indiana State's got a Friday night game next week at Indiana. Must be pretty close because it's a lengthy review going on. Referee Chris Rick just now taking off the headsets, so we're going to get an announcement. You won't be able to hear it, but the crowd will probably tell you the outcome. Ruling is upheld. That means either they confirmed it or they weren't sure. They're just saying upheld on everything this year. So 2-yard gain for Pearson at the Panther 19, second down, 8 yards to go. The crew in the shotgun. Looks like Pearson still the running back on his right side on 2nd and 8. LeCrew will hand up here. No, it's a fake. LeCrew keeps up the middle at the 20, pulls through a jersey tackle, brought down at the 24. So a 5-yard carry for LeCrew, his third of the game. And it'll bring up a third down play for Eastern. Caden Gajewski from Nashville, Illinois, a sophomore linebacker on the tackle for Indiana State. Third down, 3 to go, Panthers at their 24. LeCrew hands up the middle. It's Pearson. Weaving run, and he's close. Started to the right, cut back to the left. Panthers have an offensive lineman shaken up. They are signaling first down, and the Eastern trainers are going to have to come out because offensive guard Panayoti Mikalopoulos is down on the field. Mikalopoulos, a sophomore from Loyola Academy in Chicago, came off of the bench last week, and when he came in the game at guard in the second quarter, that's kind of when the Eastern offense got going. It felt like he really helped when he came in the game. He got the start today, and right now he's seated on the field. Now they're helping him up, and he's walking off pretty much unattended. So we'll keep an eye out to see if he comes back in the game. Pearson gained 3 on the play, got to the 27, and picked up Eastern's third first down of the game. See who the Panthers sub in on offense. It looks like John Ariano has come in. Now check that. Is Alejandro Ariano has come in. A junior from Sterling, Illinois. Played mainly as a backup last year. He's in at right guard. 1st and 10 Panthers at their 27. Here's LeCrew. Shotgun snap. He's going to keep it. Running to the right behind a lead block, and he got pretty much nothing. He faked it to Pearson, then tried to follow Pearson over the right side, but Indiana State was ready for that. Stopped him for no gain. Second down, 10 to go, Eastern at their 27. Kamal Clark, the strong safety from Lackawanna, New York, on the tackle there for Indiana State. Eastern brings Quentin Rogers wide to the left, a sophomore from Muhammad Seymour. First time we've seen him this year at wide receiver, coming off a shoulder injury. On 2nd and 10, out of the pistol. LeCrew's going to throw to the right. It's caught by Willman at the 32. Brought down immediately on the far side. Pick up at close to 5 yards. So a good quick play to the right. Willman went downfield about 5 yards, made the catch. Amon Glass had the coverage and the tackle for Indiana State on Willman's second catch. Ball's at the Panther 32. Third down and 5 for Eastern. Wide to the right, Rogers along with C.J. Nelson. Wide to the left, Willman. Third down and 5. Nelson goes in motion through the backfield. Back to pass. A lot of time, LeCrew rolls left and throws. Caught by Willman. Got the first down at the 39. Willman knew when he caught it, Dave, he was right at the sticks. And instead of trying to turn and run, he just backed up a step or two to make sure he got the first down.
That's when you've got a veteran out there that really knows where that yard line marker is and what he needs to do to get that first down.
J.T. Anderson made the tackle for Indiana State. Willman just made his third catch. 1st and 10 Eastern at their 39. 4:20 to go in the first quarter. 7-0. Indiana State's got the lead. Cole LeCrew, the quarterback, back to pass. Going to gun the middle. It is caught by C.J. Nelson. Close to the first down at the 48. They say, I think he's just short here. Let's see. Good throw for LeCrew into the middle, and the first catch for Nelson, the junior from Texas. Put the ball at the 48. Second down, very short for Eastern, less than a yard to go. Wide to the right, Willman with Nelson. Wide to the left, D. Smith. Looks like Jakari Fleming in the backfield at the running back position behind LeCrew on 2nd and 1. Cole hands it up the middle. Fleming pops through a hole at the 50, gets the first down to the Indiana State 45-yard line. Good opening over the right side for Fleming to pop through for a 7-yard carry. He's from Hahira, Georgia. 5'8", redshirt freshman, 195-pounder. Anderson on the tackle again for Indiana State. So good drive for Eastern right now. Started this drive at their 4-yard line. They have burned a little over 4 minutes off of the clock. This will be the 10th play of the drive. 1st and 10 at the ISU 45. LeCrue hands up the middle. Fleming again met at the line. Broken arm tackle. Got about 1 to the 44. Stopped for Indiana State by Logan Wilson, defensive tackle, with help from Amon Glass. Fleming got a yard to the Sycamore 44. 2nd down, 9 to go. LeCrue steps out of the huddle, puts his hands over his ears, maybe having a little bit of trouble hearing the radio call in from the sideline. Now he steps in the huddle to call the play. That radio communication shuts off with 15 on the play clock. Wide to the right, go D. Smith. Also Carleon Neal, who comes in motion. They fake a handoff to him. It's a keeper by LeCrue. Stop for a loss. Loss 1, back to the 45. Good tackle by Indiana State's Jorge Valdez, the free safety. It'll be 3rd and 10 coming up. So LeCrue's got 5 carries, Dave, but not nearly the running room he had last week, and that's not a surprise.
No, the defensive linemen are really getting a lot of help from the linebackers. And as you just mentioned, the free safety came up on that one.
Going to need to throw it probably to open that up. Certainly a throwing down here, 3rd and 10. Landers Green wide to the right. D. Smith wide to the left. Now they motion Neal through to the right side. Back to pass LeCrue over the middle. Incomplete. Good pass to Landers Green. Hit him right in the chest. He wasn't looking for it, though. He was looking elsewhere as he crossed the middle, open 5 yards downfield. It'll be 4th and 10. So the Panther drive got much better field position, but sputtered at midfield. And Mason Miller now in to punt from the Indiana State 45 with 1:37 to go in the first quarter. Well, that drive ate up about 6 minutes. Snap back to Miller. His kick is away. Spiral deep down the middle is going to land in the end zone. It's a touchback. So Indiana State will start this drive at their 20-yard line with 1:30 to go in the first quarter. Well, hopefully, Dave, the Panther offense at least kind of got settled in a little bit there and got a little momentum after being pretty shaky on those first 2 possessions.
Yeah, did a better job of balance there. I thought LeCrue threw the ball pretty well. But again, Indiana State's really is focusing on the run. They're not going to let LeCrue beat him with his feet.
Indiana State will start this drive at their 20. You've got running back Dion Brown in the game, a transfer from Eastern Michigan. He lines up alongside the quarterback Owens on 1st and 10. They fake it and give it Owens on a keep up the middle across the 25, gets a first down across the 30, runs it up to the 32. 12-yard pickup for Owens, who was the leading rusher for Indiana State on last year's team. 1st and 10 Sycamores at their 32. They're in the hurry up as they always are. Here's Owens in the shotgun. Going to throw it on the left side. It's caught at the 30 by B.J. Wiest. He's brought down at the 35. Mayava, it's like Pecky Mayava on the tackle for Eastern over there. Also looked like Chris Sharp. It's a gain of about 3 yards on that quick pass to Wiest, a sophomore from Danville, Indiana. Ball at the Sycamore 35. 2nd down, 7. Handoff Brown up the middle. First carry this year. Fights forward. Gets 3 to the 38-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 4 coming up. Alton Jefferson, Panther defensive tackle, on the tackle for the Panthers. 3rd down for Indiana State. About 4 yards to go at their 38. Down to 21 seconds in the first quarter. Owens is going to fake and keep himself up the middle. Got the first down to the 43. Probably be the last play of the quarter. Tackle for Eastern made by Jihad McCall. Clock running with 6 seconds to go in the quarter. Indiana State ready to snap it from their 42. They get the play away. They hand off up the middle. Brown through a tight hole. Gets across the 45 up to about the 48. And that'll be the end of the first quarter. So Indiana State on the move. Tylen Foster made the tackle for Eastern as the first quarter comes to an end. We'll take a break. 7-0. Indiana State's got the lead over Eastern Illinois. Back in a moment on the Panther Sports Network.
Coles County Sanitation and Recycling provides commercial, residential, roll-off, and curbside recycling services to the Coles County area. Coles County Sanitation and Recycling is located at 655 West Lincoln Avenue, Suite 4 in Charleston. More information about Coles County Sanitation and Recycling is available at 217-345-7101.
At Drake Homes, they recognize that no two customers are alike, and neither are the homes that will fit their lifestyle. At Drake Homes, they work with each customer through planning, execution, and follow-through with the end goal of a home. More information is available at drakehomes.com. Go Panthers from Drake Homes.
The Hampton Inn Paris has accommodations right here in East Central Illinois. Located on Highway 1 and just minutes from attractions like Black Hawk Park and Bloomfield Barn, the Hampton Inn Paris provides breakfast each morning and fresh coffee. Hampton Inn Paris also has a heated indoor pool and a 24-hour fitness center.
Myers-Koff Automotive believes in long-standing traditions and is a local family business. Myers-Koff Automotive is located at 920 18th Street in Charleston. Myers-Koff Automotive provides a range of automotive repair services. More information is available at myerskoffauto.com or on Facebook. Rob Myers-Koff says good luck to the Panthers this season.
With banking and ATM options in all 50 states, including right here on the Eastern Illinois campus, U.S. Bank has your banking needs covered no matter where you are. And with the U.S. Bank mobile app, your banking information can be as close as the palm of your hand. More information is available at usbank.com.
The McKenna Yost Convention Center and Hilton Garden Inn is located just off I-57. With hotel and convention space, they can accommodate all your needs, serving both guests for Mattoon and Charleston's communities. In town to cheer on the Panthers, the hotel is located near the EIU campus with 6 bar and grill located on site.
7-0. Indiana State's got the lead after one quarter. They outgained the Panthers 80-54 that quarter. Eastern 27 rushing, 27 passing yards. Indiana State 43 rushing, 37 passing. Kellum had 4 carries for 23 to lead Eastern. Owens 5 carries for 35 for Indiana State. He completed 4 of 5 passes for 37 yards and a touchdown. Cole LaCrue 4 of 6 passing for 27 yards. Cooper Willman had 3 catches for 18 for Eastern. Time of possession, Eastern won that pretty big. 10.5 minutes for Eastern to 4.5 for Indiana State. Panthers ran more plays, had 20 offensive plays to 13 for the Sycamores, but Indiana State moved the ball better. They lead the game 7-0, and they've got the ball near midfield to start the second quarter. They'll move right to left now. Eastern will have the wind advantage in the second quarter. Sycamores have the ball at their 47. Second down, 5 to go to start the second quarter. Elijah Owens, 6'2", 225 sophomore from Jacksonville, Illinois, at quarterback in an empty backfield in the shotgun. Motions Rashad Rochelle, pitches it to him ahead. He breaks a tackle, gets across the 50, cut back run to the 45, still going, got a first down to the 39. They want to get the ball to Rochelle any way they can, and that time they just kind of pitched it to him on what will go as a pass completion and a 13-yard gain. Tylen Foster on the tackle for Eastern. 1st and 10, same play other way. Rochelle takes the flip ahead, this time hit for a loss. Good form tackle for Eastern Illinois by Caleb Lyons, the junior cornerback, transfer from Morehead State. He drove Rochelle back on that tackle at the 42 of Indiana State. Loss of 3 on the play. Second down, 13 to go for Indiana State at the Panther 42. Brown in the game at running back alongside Owens. They fake it. They give it to, they pass. It's caught on the near side by Stevens. Good move to get around one man and gets to the 30 before Lyons brings him down on a gain of 12. Maava also on the coverage. Maava kind of got faked out on the Stevens move after the catch. Goes as about a 12-yard pickup. 3rd down and 1 for Indiana State at the Panther 30. They're going to hand to Brown. Grabbed and dropped. A loss on the play. Out of the middle for Eastern, it's James Collins who made the tackle, the junior from Mesquite, Texas. Indiana State's going to go for it, it looks like, at the Panther 33. 4th down, 4 to go, Indiana State. Here's Owens, maybe trying to draw Eastern off sides. Now looks to the sideline. They're right at the edge of field goal range into the wind. It's a 50-yard try, so they're going to look like they'll go for it on 4th and 4. Here's Owens. He will keep it, running to his left. He's going to be hit. He's going to be stopped. Panthers will have it. Check that. It is Caleb Lyons on the coverage to make the tackle on the scramble by Owens. It's a loss of about 2 on the play, and the Panthers take over. And we'll take a break with 13:08 left to go in the first half. 7-0. Indiana State's got the lead. Back in a moment on the Panther Sports Network.
Founded in 1883, Washington Savings Bank has proudly served their local communities. The array of financial services that Washington Savings Bank offers are online at washingtonsavings.net or at their branch location in Effingham, Lerna, or Mattoon. Washington Savings Bank supports Eastern Illinois athletics.
Well Creek Pharmacy, located at 1 West Lincoln Avenue in Charleston, can fill prescription medications and can accept most insurance plans. We also offer over-the-counter products, a drive-through window, prescription compounding, CBD oil, and local delivery. Prescriptions can be transferred to Well Creek Pharmacy at 217-512-2816.
The Deepholtz Auto Group of Charleston and Paris is a strong supporter of EIU sports. Honesty, integrity, and family are what the Deepholtz Auto Group stands for. Deepholtz is located at 631 West Lincoln in Charleston and at 15200 US 150 in Paris. The Deepholtz Auto Group, a proud part of Charleston, Paris, and Eastern Illinois University.
Since 1948, Lambeau's Amoco BP has supported this community and supports the EIU Panthers this season. Lambeau's has 4 locations in Charleston, Tuscola, and Mattoon. Lambeau's Amoco BP has snacks, drinks, and fuel for students and families on their way to and from the Eastern Illinois University campus.
Here at Hitmix, when we say your music, your station, we mean it. Your oldies, your new favorites, your classic rock, your 80s hits, your beloved songs from the 2000s, your country, your best music from yesterday and today. What else can we say? But you're welcome. It's Hitmix 88.9 WEIU, your music, your station.
Keeping athletes in shape and in the game is one of the goals of Sarah Bush Lincoln Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Our certified athletic trainers and physical therapy staff work together to provide expertise on the sidelines and in the weight room to prevent, minimize, and eliminate injury. At Sarah Bush Lincoln, we're working to keep kids in the game.
One other game underway in the OVC Big South. 17th ranked Tennessee Tech's got a 21-3 lead over Chattanooga. Illinois has taken a 14-6 lead over Duke just before halftime. Here it's Indiana State 7, Eastern Illinois nothing. Panthers take over after a 4th down stop. 1st and 10 at the 36. They're going to pass on the right. It's caught by the tight end, Ginevra. He's dropped immediately. Pretty much no gain on the play. Ginevra in the right flat made the catch, but nowhere to run. Lucas McAllister and Kamal Clark on the tackle for Indiana State. Second catch this year for Ginevra, the junior tight end from Wentzville, Missouri. Last year, he was Eastern's number 4 receiver with 22 catches, a couple of touchdowns. No gain on that play. 2nd and 10. Cooper Willman wide to the right. Wide to the left, Haye Ajose, freshman wide receiver. Here's the crew on 2nd down, 10 to go. Handoff to Kellum, trying to sweep around the left side. Cuts back, no gain. Might have lost a yard. Drilled hard as he got to the line of scrimmage by McAllister, I think. It'll be 3rd down, about 12 to go for Eastern Illinois. 2-yard loss on that run for Kellum. Panthers 2 of 4 on 3rd down, but the crew is not exactly the type of pocket passer, Dave, that's real comfortable on 3rd and long.
No, he's not. He really, again, relies on his feet. He can throw the ball, but that's not his forte.
Willman wide to the left. Smith wide to the right with Nelson. Panthers going to run it to Kellum around the left end at the 35. Gets up to the 39 for a gain of 5, but way short of the 1st down. It'll be 4th down and about 7 to go, and the punt team comes out for Eastern. So a 3 and out for Eastern. Elijah Coker made that tackle for Indiana State, and now Mason Miller into punt for the 4th time. Averaging 42 yards per kick. Back to return, Rochelle around the 15-yard line. The wind at his back for Miller, takes the snap, kicks away. Low kick, Rochelle takes it at his 17. Comes to his left at the 20, up the middle at the 25, now 30, runs into his own man and is brought down at the 40-yard line. He ran into Colton Gajewski and kind of stumbled a little bit. That might have been what prevented possibly even a touchdown, because Rochelle, had he cut back to the right, had a lot of room to go. Timeout on the field in the second quarter. 7-0. Indiana State's got the lead. We'll be back in a moment on the Panther Sports Network.
You can reach heights you never thought possible in the right place, with the right people supporting you, and right opportunities open to you. You can grow like never before and propel yourself to boundless possibilities. It's that simple. It's that life-changing. At Eastern Illinois University, we're all in for your success. Let's do this together.
I love watching my child grow through football, learning values and life skills that extend beyond the playing field. Now, there are more ways to play than ever before, from flag to tackle and beyond, with opportunities for boys and girls at any age. To find the right team, explore FutureForFootball.com's new League Locator tool and explore nearby leagues. It's never been easier to get your family involved in the game.
First Mid Bank and Trust is there for all the new things life brings. Whether you're buying your first home, expanding your business, or planning for retirement, First Mid can assist with your financial needs. More information is available at firstmid.com. Good luck, Panthers, from all your friends at First Mid Bank and Trust, with multiple area locations.
Kerner Distributing, located in Effingham, is a proud supporter of Eastern Illinois Panther Athletics. Kerner is your local distributor for beverages including Coors, Miller, and Yuengling, along with a selection of craft and import beers, seltzers, ciders, spirits, and wines. More information at KernerDistributors.com.
With an alumni base across the United States and spanning the globe, the EIU Alumni Association builds lifelong relationships between alumni and their alma mater and works to make Eastern the best in the nation in integrating the academic and personal developing of students. To learn more, visit eiu.edu/alumni association.
25-yard punt return by Rashad Rochelle sets Indiana State up in pretty good field position at their 42-yard line. Les Lawrence in the game at running back on 1st and 10 for the Sycamores. They snap it. Owens on a quick pass to the left, caught by the tight end. Reese gets across the 40 up to the 45. Jihad McCall pushed him out of bounds. Lance Reese is from Marshall, Illinois, a senior tight end. Got up to the 46, call it a 4-yard gain. His 5th catch this season. 2nd and 6 Sycamores, empty backfield. Owens takes the snap, sets up to pass. In a tight pocket, Owens trying to run, does up the middle, 50, 45, got the first down to the 43. Brought down by Caleb Lyons. No, brought down by Isaiah Huey. Good scramble by Owens, and at one time it looked like he might get sacked. He was in there in a tight pocket. He got away, though, and turned that into a 12-yard gain. Now on 1st and 10, he's going to pass again to the left. It's caught and tripped up immediately. On the near side is Zach Drotti, a sophomore from Yulee, Florida. Made the catch on the near side, and right there to knock him down was Saipeki Mayaba at the Panther 36. Gain of 6. It'll be 2nd down, 4 to go Indiana State. Here's Owens out of the shotgun. Fake handoff. Owens a lot of time. Runs out to his left. Is going to keep it. Gets the first down across the 30. Runs out of bounds. Got tackled out of bounds. I don't see a flag. There's an official lost his hat, so we'll see. Could easily be a late hit on Eastern for tackling Owens out of bounds, but I don't think they threw a flag. Crowd doesn't like it. It's about a 10-yard gain, though, for Owens. Put the ball down at the Eastern 27. It's 1st and 10, Indiana State. Sycamores lead the game 7-0 with 9:40 to go in the first half. Here's Owens, motions Rochelle out of the backfield, flares it out to him in the right flat. He's going to throw a pass. He's got a man wide open at the goal line. It's caught at the 3-yard line by Larry Stevens. Rochelle can do it all. Catch passes, throw passes, return punts. That time he hits Stevens all the way down to the 3, and it's 1st down and goal to go for Indiana State. 24-yard gain on that pass from Rochelle to Stevens. Sycamore's ready to snap it on 1st and goal. They're going to hand to Lawrence up the middle. He got close, held there, pushed back, did not make it in. Gained a couple. It'll be 2nd and goal at the 1. Stevens wide to the right. Rochelle out to the left. Lawrence in the backfield alongside Owens on 2nd and goal at the 1 for Indiana State. There's the snap. They're going to hand to Lawrence left side, and he stood up, got stopped. Good work by the Panther defensive line to stop him for no gain. It'll be 3rd and goal coming up on the 1-yard line. And now a penalty flag after the play. Very late flag. This will be a dead ball penalty for sure. If it's against Eastern, it'll give Indiana State a 1st down at the 1-yard line. If it's against the Sycamores, it'll move them from the 1 back out to the 16. So we'll see what we got here. Officials in a conference about it. Now will come the signal from Chris Rick. Be a dead ball foul. Unsportsmanlike. On the defense, that's Eastern. Sam Robles got called for the unsportsmanlike conduct. So it's pretty much about a half-yard penalty against Eastern. But the big thing is it gives Indiana State an automatic 1st down. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line for the Sycamores after Eastern had made a couple of nice stops and had them set up for 3rd down. Rochelle comes wide to the left with Stevens. Also Lawrence wide to the left. They've got 3 wideouts this way on the goal line. Eastern's only got 2 guys over here to cover those 3. Owens alone in the backfield. Now a 3rd defender moves out. 1st and goal inside the 1. Here's Owens. He will run up the middle and be stopped for a loss at the 5-yard line. He kind of hesitated, and by that time the Panthers had him surrounded. Tien Fridge is there for Eastern. Alton Jefferson on the stop. It's a loss for Owens of about 4 yards back to the 5-yard line. It'll be 2nd and goal. And now Owens is coming out of the game holding his right shoulder. That would be a huge injury for Indiana State to lose their starting quarterback. He tosses his helmet toward the stands. He's frustrated. And Indiana State is going to take a timeout, which would allow them to put Owens back in the game if he's able, or time to put their backup quarterback in. So a big development here with 8 minutes to go in the first half. We're going to take a break. 7-0. Indiana State's got the lead. We'll take a break on the Panther Sports Network.
Thinking about a new kitchen or bath? Let Kirchner Building Centers help. Our experience will help you design and build a space on time and on budget. For more information, Travis Oakley is available at 217-232-8728. Kirchner Building Centers, serving you since 1906. A proud supporter of Panther Athletics.
Your local McDonald's restaurants are proud to support Eastern Illinois Panther Athletics, with area locations in Charleston, Mattoon, Effingham, Champaign, and Altamont. McDonald's offers different menu items, serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner daily. More information is available online at mcdonalds.com.
Slumberland Furniture is a proud sponsor of EIU Athletics with more than 100 locations in the Midwest, including one at 222 Broadway Avenue East in Mattoon. Slumberland Furniture has living room, dining room, and bedroom furniture along with home decor and mattresses. More information about Slumberland Furniture is available at slumberland.com.
Jersey Mike's is located at 200 West Lincoln Avenue in Charleston and 1021 Charleston Avenue East in Mattoon. Jersey Mike's has 14 cold subs, including Jersey Shore's favorite 12 hot subs with the Big Kahuna cheesesteak on the menu. Sandwich combo meals are offered. Gift cards and merchandise are also available. Ordering online at jerseymikes.com.
At Drake Homes, they recognize that no 2 customers are alike, and neither are the homes that will fit their lifestyle. At Drake Homes, they work with each customer through planning, execution, and follow-through with the end goal of a home. More information is available at drakehomes.com. Go Panthers from Drake Homes.
Good luck, EIU, from Jamie Pilson and the staff at Pilson Auto Center, located at the corner of Route 16 and Route 130 in Charleston, as well as 2000 Lakeland and 2212 Lakeland in Mattoon. The Pilson Auto Center lineup is Jeep, Ford, Dodge, Mercury, Lincoln, and Chrysler. More information is available at pilsonauto.com.
Indiana State quarterback Elijah Owens receiving treatment in the medical tent. The backup quarterback Keegan Patterson, a junior from Longmont, Colorado, has checked in. Played in just a couple of games a year ago. He takes over with the Indiana State 2nd and goal at the Eastern 5-yard line. Sycamores lead 7-0 in the second quarter. Here's Patterson out of the shotgun. Fakes a handoff, rolls left, pressure, tries to throw it, gets it away. Is it a fumble? There's a penalty flag. I think they're going to call it intentional grounding. Patterson was being sacked. He flipped it away underhanded. Van Hefty was the guy sacking him. Here comes the call. Intentional grounding on Indiana State. So Van Hefty out of Anawan, Illinois, made the big defensive play, the 6th-year senior, defensive end. It'll be a spot foul. Put the ball back at the 16. That's an 11-yard loss and a loss of down. So now Indiana State had 1st and goal at the 1. Now it's 3rd and goal at the 16. Patterson, the backup quarterback, completed 6 of 9 passes last year for 12 yards in a couple of games. 3rd and goal at the 16. He drops back, sets up, guns to the right side, caught at the 10 by Reese. He's tackled at the 4. Reese caught it over there with a lot of space, but Panthers converged on him. Jihad McCall brought him down short of the goal line, gain of 12. It's going to be 4th and goal, and the field goal team comes on the field for Indiana State. So a good goal line stand by Eastern when it looked like they were going to go down 14-0. Sebastian Lopez in to try a 22-yard field goal. He was 2 for 3 last week. The only one he missed was one that was blocked after a bad snap, threw the timing off on the play. They're reviewing the previous play for a potential targeting foul at the end of the run. Well, that would change this from 4th and goal into 1st and goal and would also cause an Eastern player to be ejected from the game. So we've got a replay review. There is no call of targeting on the field. So this is one where the replay booth buzzed down and asked for the break to check the replay. Gives us a chance to break for station identification. Indiana State leads at 7-0 with 7:15 to go in the first half. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Panther Sports Network.
This is Eastern Illinois defensive tackle Trayvon Piggy. You're listening to Panther Football on Hit Mix 88.9 WEIU Charleston.
Okay, the Indiana State offense looks really good with this up-tempo attack. Their offensive coordinator is John Baer. He brought this approach. Been at Bucknell the last couple of years. In 2016, he was the offensive coordinator for Chris Wilkerson at the University of Chicago. Played up-tempo there. They went 4-6 that year. Actually, it was Chris's only losing season at Chicago. But they averaged 30 points, almost 400 passing yards a game. One game, they set what is still the Division III record by running 123 offensive plays in one game. And I think this tempo has certainly bothered the Eastern defense most of the day, hasn't it?
Oh, I think so. It's really hard to get set. And you can work on it all week in practice, Mike, but you just cannot replicate it until you get into the game scenario. So it's been a problem. I always wonder why more teams don't go to this. And I realize you're asking a lot out of your defense, because if you go up tempo and you don't move the football, that defense is going to be on the field quite a bit of time. But, well, I tell you, you can really strike quickly if it's clicking.
Okay, replay review is over, but they have not announced the decision yet. Here comes the call. Eastern is going to be called for targeting, a personal foul on linebacker Tylen Foster, who is one of Eastern's best defensive players, a transfer from Incarnate Word. He will be ejected from the game and will have to sit out the rest of the way. And Indiana State will get a 1st down and goal to go at the 2-yard line. It's a half the distance to the goal line penalty. So once again, Indiana State right back down there, 1st and goal, down close. Out of the shotgun, Patterson will hand up the middle to Lawrence, and he'll be stopped for no gain. Eastern defense has been stout on these short yardage plays down close. It'll be 2nd and goal at the 2. And there's a penalty flag again on the play.
Rushing up the middle for the Sycamores.
See what this call is. It's been an eventful last few plays here. Looked like would be a sure touchdown, and then maybe have to be a field goal try, and now closer to a sure touchdown for Indiana State. After the play, Eastern's been called for unsportsmanlike conduct. Sam Robles got called for that. And that for Sam Robles, his 2nd unsportsmanlike conduct. He's been ejected from the game for that. 2 unsportsmanlikes mean you are ejected. So Eastern has lost 2 of their starting defenders, one on a targeting call and the other with his 2nd unsportsmanlike penalty. So it's still 1st down, goal to go. Indiana State now at the 1-yard line. This has been a costly trip downfield for the Eastern defense. 1st down, handoff Lawrence, stop for a loss. Panthers stood him up at the 2. The Panthers are doing some really good work when the ball is snapped and some not so good work after the ball or after the play is over.
I give Eastern credit on defense. It's been easy to just roll over after they thought they had them really stopped a couple times. And penalties have given 1st downs back to Indiana State.
Ball's at the 4-yard line. Lawrence lost 3 yards on that play. It's 2nd down and goal from the 4. Patterson, the backup quarterback, awaits the snap, looks to pass, pressure, throws in the end zone, wide open, touchdown Larry Stevens. Patterson got it away just before they hit him, and Stevens was wide open in the back of the end zone. Panthers lost him on the coverage. Stevens with his 3rd college touchdown, the transfer from Toledo, makes the score 13-0 in favor of Indiana State. So after the Panther defense kept stopping the run over and over, Indiana State went to the pass, and the backup Patterson connects for his 1st collegiate touchdown pass. So 13-0 Sycamores. And in to attempt the extra point will be Sebastian Lopez. They were late getting their group out there. There's only 1 on the play clock. Nope, they reset the play clock, so they don't have to worry about that now. All right, here's Lopez on the extra point attempt. His kick is up, and the kick is good. We'll keep it here with 6:18 to go in the 1st half. Indiana State's got the lead, 14-0. Again, that drive was started after a good punt return by Rashad Rochelle. It's kind of hard to keep track of that drive because it was so herky-jerky stop and start with the penalties. But it's 12 plays, 58 yards, 4 minutes, 44 seconds. Panthers got called for a targeting penalty. It looked like it was going to be a field goal try, but a targeting penalty on the 3rd down play gave Indiana State an automatic 1st down. And then another unsportsmanlike conduct gave them another automatic 1st down. And finally, they were able to pass the ball for the touchdown. So 14-0, Indiana State's got the lead. Panthers have got a lot of time here with 6:18, Dave, but they really need to establish some better offense before halftime.
Yeah, again, as we said several times, there's been no rhythm whatsoever. Every time you get a 1st down, then there's something that stops it. So they've just got to get something going here with a little bit more balance than what they've shown.
LeCroux, 5 of 7 passing, but only 27 yards. Just having trouble getting these passing game going. Here's Lopez to kick off. Carleon Neal is the deep man. This kick is into the wind by Lopez. Neal runs over to his right. The ball bounces at the 10, and he picks it up at the 12 and runs out of bounds. A bad play by Neal. The ball was going to go out of bounds, and he scooped it up right before it went out of bounds and stepped out with it. That's a freshman, and that was a freshman-type play right there. So Eastern will, instead of starting at the 35, had the ball go out of bounds, will start at the 12-yard line. Make it the 11-yard line, in fact. All right, 1st and 10 Panthers. They've been backed up pretty good on these drives here early. Their best starting position has been their 36. This is the second time Eastern has started a drive inside their 15-yard line. Here's LeCroux, handoff to Kellum up the middle, across the 15, across the 20, close to a first down as he's tackled on the 22. I think he got the first down. So Kellum picked up 10 on the run straight through the middle, and it's an Eastern Illinois first down.
It again gives Eastern just a little bit more room to maneuver, a little bit more opportunity to do something other than just, a ground game up the middle.
Coker and Clark on the tackle for Indiana State. Willman comes wide to the right. Rogers wide to the left for EIU. 1st and 10 at the Panther 22. Rafiq Katambusi, the center, to snap it. They're going to hand on a delay to Kellum up the middle across the 25. Fell forward to the 27. Very slow developing play, but by design. Kellum turned what looked like might be no gain into a gain of 5. Made a nice cut on the play. Make it a 4-yard gain to the 26. 2nd down, 6 to go. Amon Glass, a cornerback from Atlanta, Georgia, started his career in Division II before transferring to Indiana State. Made the tackle for the Sycamores. Rogers to the right. Ginevra and Willman wide to the left on 2nd and 6 for Eastern. Here's Cole LeCroux. Takes the snap, looks to pass on the right. It's intercepted by Indiana State at the 25, at the 20, back to the 15-yard line on the return for the Sycamores. They threw it right to Jaden Childers, a defensive end. I mean, he dropped off the line into some coverage in the short flat, and LeCroux threw it right to him. And Indiana State is set up deep in Panther territory after that turnover. LeCroux obviously did not see him. He was trying to throw to the near sideline, and he threw it right at Childers. Easy interception for him. First turnover today for Eastern. It's their 4th this season. They've only had 1 takeaway so far. It's 1st and goal for Indiana State at the Eastern 12-yard line. They still have Patterson, the backup quarterback, in the game. Owens went out with perhaps a shoulder injury on his throwing shoulder, his right shoulder on the last possession. 1st down, Patterson keeps rolling left, now pitches it ahead to Reese, who caught it and got pushed out of bounds for a loss. Patterson rolled left. Reese, I think, actually was a blocker on the play, and Patterson decided, I don't want this anymore, and just flipped it to him along the sideline for basically no gain. In fact, I think he lost a couple. Jawan Nixon pushed him out of bounds. Ball at the 15. 2nd down, 13 to go, Indiana State. They've got Deion Brown in the game at running back to the left of Patterson. Here's Patterson, back to pass. Patterson dumps it off to Brown at the 10. Left side, he spins to the 7-yard line. Brought down by Caleb Lyons right there. So they got about half of what they needed on that pass in the flat to Brown. Picked up about 8 on the play. 3rd down, 5 to go, Indiana State, with 4:05 to go in the first half. They lead 14-0. Here's Patterson back to pass. Sets up, dumps it left to Brown at the 8. Hit there, no run after the catch, pushed out of bounds. Nixon is there. Lyons is there for Eastern, stopping Brown for maybe a 1-yard gain. It'll be 4th down coming up for Indiana State, and the field goal team comes out. So it's right now a win for the Eastern defense if they can hold them to a field goal here after Indiana State brought the interception back and started at the 12-yard line. Lopez lines up a 25-yard field goal try. The punter, Harry Traum, is the holder at the left hash mark. Eastern takes a timeout. So timeout Eastern with 3:23 left to go in the first half. We'll keep it here. Next Saturday, Panthers at home to take on Illinois State. 2 o'clock for the Mid-America Classic. We'll be on the radio at 1:30 next Saturday from O'Brien Field. Illinois State, good team this year, ranked number 7. Lost their opener to Oklahoma last week. They're hosting Morehead State tonight. It's a pretty young Indiana State team. They've only got 10 seniors. Nobody on their defense started more than 4 games last year. And then on offense, they've got a lot of experience at quarterback, running back, wide receiver, but nobody else on the offense started more than 5 times last year. So they brought up a lot of last year's backups into starting roles this year. They've sprinkled in a few transfers, and they're trying to get off to a 2-0 start for the first time in about 40 years. All right, here's Lopez, 25-yard field goal try. Good snap, placed down, kick is up, and the kick is good. So the interception leads to 3 points for Indiana State, and now they expand their lead. It's the Sycamores 17 and Eastern Illinois nothing. We'll keep it here as the Panthers get ready to receive the kickoff with 3:14 left to go in the first half. Well, Dave, we said the Panther passing game needs to get going and certainly can't be making turnovers like that.
No, Eastern right now, I mean, there's no other way to say it, Mike. They're beating themselves between penalties and that turnover, and the penalties are very uncharacteristic, I would say. Coach Wilkerson's really had disciplined teams these first few years, so it's surprising today, particularly when you see the personal foul penalties. Those are the ones that coaches really detest.
Panther linebacker Tylen Foster was guilty of a targeting penalty. That's not a dirty penalty, really. That's just kind of, sometimes that just happens.
Yeah.
But he's been ejected from the game. And then the Sam Robles, starting defensive end, has been ejected after getting 2 unsportsmanlike conduct penalties. Those are the ones that really, really hurt. So here's Lopez to kick off with Indiana State ahead 17-0 late in the first half. Here's Lopez kick down the middle of the field. It's going to be Neal taking it to 15. He's up to the 20, runs to his left to the 25, and gets out close to the 30-yard line. So Carleon Neal, after kind of making a bad decision on the last return and stepping out of bounds with it, it's a much better result this time. Panthers will start at the 29. Got 2 timeouts remaining, 3:13 on the clock. We'll see if Eastern can put something together. They've only got 6 first downs. Indiana State's got 12 first downs in the first half. LaCruz still the quarterback. Jakari Fleming, diminutive running back, lines up on his right on 1st and 10. Willman in motion. They fake it to him. LaCruz keeps, runs into the line, and is pushed back. He ran right into a blue shirt from Indiana State. I think about a 2-yard loss on that carry. It'll be 2nd down and 12 coming up. Indiana State's done a great job of containing Cole LaCruz after he had that big rushing game last week. Right now the clock's running at 2:50. Eastern in the huddle. They don't want to, they'd like to, if they're not going to make the first down, they'd like to burn a little bit of time here. So they'll kind of decide they'll wait and see if they can get a first down or 2 before they jump into the 2-minute offense. 2nd and 12 at the Panther 26. LaCruz going to throw it in the right flat to Fleming at the 20, up to the 25. Made one man miss to the 30, got to the 31-yard line. So a good carry for Fleming. Picked up 4 yards. Jermaine Campbell on the tackle for Indiana State with 2:15 to go. Panthers could run the clock down to the 2-minute timeout here if they wish. It's going to be 3rd and 9 coming up, and I think that's what's going to happen here. They're going to let the clock stop at the 2-minute timeout. We'll take a break. Eastern will be looking at 3rd down after the timeout. It's 17-0. Indiana State in front late in the first half. Back in just a moment on the Panther Sports Network.
TicketSmarter is a way to buy tickets to live events. TicketSmarter has tickets for sports, concerts, and theater events. More information is available at TicketSmarter.com or through the TicketSmarter app. Smart fans start at TicketSmarter.com. TicketSmarter is committed to developing meaningful relationships with conferences, teams, and charities across the nation.
With banking and ATM options in all 50 states, including right here on the Eastern Illinois campus, U.S. Bank has your banking needs covered no matter where you are. And with the U.S. Bank mobile app, your banking information can be as close as the palm of your hand. More information is available at usbank.com.
Since 1948, Lambeau's Amico BP has supported this community and supports the EIU Panthers this season. Lambeau's has 4 locations in Charleston, Tuscola, and Mattoon. Lambeau's Amico BP has snacks, drinks, and fuel for students and families on their way to and from the Eastern Illinois University campus.
The HitMix 88.9 WEIU Adopt-A-Watt Fund Drive starts Monday, September 15th. It allows HitMix to keep all of our programming on the air, including Eastern Illinois football and basketball. It also allows us to continue to train EIU students who have a desire for broadcasting. Please do your part by going online at weiu.net to donate now.
The McKenna Yost Convention Center and Hilton Garden Inn is located just off I-57. With hotel and convention space, they can accommodate all your needs, serving both guests for Mattoon and Charleston's communities. In town to cheer on the Panthers, the hotel is located near the EIU campus with 6 bar and grill located on site. Central Roofing has been an Illinois roofing contractor in Central Illinois since 2012. Central Roofing provides residential and commercial roofing services to the Mattoon area, including roof installations, roof repairs, and storms damage estimates. More information available at centralroofingllc.net.
Indiana State's dominated so far. They lead 17-0 with 2 minutes to go in the first half. The bad news for them, their starting quarterback, Elijah Owens, has come out of the game with a shoulder injury, and their backup, Keegan Patterson's had to take over. Eastern's got the ball at their 30. Third down, 9 yards to go for the Panthers. Cole LaCrue just 6 of 9 passing for 30 yards so far. Needs to make one here on 3rd and 9. Back to pass, throws to the left, caught at the 35. Herrera, short of the first down, got to the 37, possibly the 38. It's going to be 4th down, I think. Indiana State's got a player shaken up, and there'll be an injury timeout for that. Stops the clock at 1:48. Herrera was open in the left flat along the seam. Got brought down by Elijah Coker at the 38. It's going to be 4th down and kind of a long one for Eastern. Injured player for Indiana State is their linebacker, Lucas McAllister, who had 7 tackles and a sack last week. He's the top returning tackler from last year. I think the Panthers probably have to go for this, don't they, Dave? Don't have to, but.
I was sitting here thinking the same thing. Do you, don't you? I mean, you do not want to give Indiana State the ball back, but boy, if they don't make it, that's pretty good position for the Sycamores.
It's 4th and 1, maybe just slightly over 1 at the 38.
Indiana State only has 1 timeout left. I think I would punt it.
Regroup a little bit at halftime. We'll see what Chris Wilkerson decides to do. A running quarterback can be a really big weapon on a short yardage play like this. Here come the Panthers out of the huddle on the far side of the field. It's the offense coming back on, so it looks like they will go for it. From their 38, 4th down, a yard to go. D. Smith wide to the left, Cooper Willman wide to the right. 2 tight ends in the game. It's a pistol in the backfield. Now LaCrue moves up under center. Kellum, the only running back. Here's LaCrue under center. It looks like he's trying to maybe draw him off sides. Now he looks to the sideline. And again, looks over, and I think they're going to let the play clock run down here. Still 20 on the play clock, a lot of time. But Eastern looking like they do not want to run a play. Here's LaCrue under center again, barking signals. Now, again, looks over to the coach. And play clock at 3, at 2, at 1. Timeout, Eastern Illinois. So, Dave, they took your advice in the long run. Just took a bit to get there. One thing in my mind is that if Indiana State has to play the second half with a backup quarterback, they likely will be a little bit conservative on offense. Can they score a lot more? We'll see. Panthers maybe have opportunity to come back here if they could regroup at halftime and not get any further behind.
Yeah, Indiana State. I mean, I thought Patterson threw the ball pretty well there, but he panicked a couple times. So, yes, you're right. They may be a little bit more conservative, stay on the ground, try to eat the clock, not beat themselves.
All right, Mason Miller, the punter, is in for Eastern. He's punted 4 times for a 42.5-yard average. The problem has been 2 of them have been returned by Rashad Rochelle, and he's averaging 21.5 yards a return.
Yeah, you got to try to kick it away from him.
Here's the snap. Miller this time hits it high. Pretty kick to the far side. Rochelle lets it land at the 5. It checks up there. It's a great punt at the 2-yard line. Chris Sharp downs it. That was a beautiful punt from Mason Miller. High and deep, and then it landed and bounced straight up in the air at the 2. It's a 60-yard punt for Miller with no return. That was a thing of beauty. And now with 48 seconds left in the half, and 1 timeout, Indiana State probably thinking we just need to run the clock out here. They'll have the ball at their 3-yard line. 1st down and 10 to go.
1st and 10 for the Sycamores from the 3-yard line.
Both teams have 1 timeout. Patterson, the backup quarterback, comes back on. He's a junior, 6 foot, 195. Played a couple of games last year at Indiana State as a backup. He's in the shotgun in the end zone here on 1st and 10 from the 3. There's the snap. A fake handoff. They're going to pass, and it's incomplete. Intended for Larry Stevens on a slant route up at the 25. It was thrown low. It'll be 2nd and 10 with 44 seconds left in the half. Indiana State has 1 timeout. Eastern's only got 1 timeout. So if Indiana State runs the ball twice here, even though Eastern has a timeout, the Sycamores can still run out the clock. 2nd and 10 at the 3. Patterson will run it up the middle with Lawrence. Runs into a bunch of white shirts and falls forward to the 6 or 7. Eastern not taking a timeout yet at the 6-yard line. And if then nobody takes a timeout here, the clock's going to run out. Clock's moving with 23 seconds to go in the half. Indiana State's got 3rd and 7 at the 6. And I think that'll be it. I don't think either team wants to run another play here. So, Dave, the question for Eastern at halftime, even though Cole LaCrue had such a great game last week, has had trouble getting the passing game going, and you may need to get that going today. How patient are you with him? You got a redshirt freshman who's basically never played backing him up.
Well, I was thinking about that also. Do you bring in Connor Wolf and just let him have an opportunity to see what he can do? I guess our minds are on the same path there, that I'm wondering if they're going to stick with LaCrue. He hasn't done terrible. I mean, it's not on his shoulders.
No.
At all, but nonetheless, it's early in the season. Should we give someone else a chance just to see again if they have, give them an opportunity to see what they can do?
Both teams to the locker room. We're going to take a break at halftime. We'll come back and recap the first half in a moment. The halftime score is Indiana State 17, Eastern Illinois nothing. Back to Terre Haute in a moment on the Panther Sports Network.
Coles County Sanitation and Recycling provides commercial, residential, roll-off, and curbside recycling services to the Coles County area. Coles County Sanitation and Recycling is located at 655 West Lincoln Avenue, Suite 4 in Charleston. More information about Coles County Sanitation and Recycling is available at 217-345-7101.
The Diepholz Auto Group of Charleston and Paris is a strong supporter of EIU sports. Honesty, integrity, and family are what the Diepholz Auto Group stands for. Diepholz is located at 631 West Lincoln in Charleston and at 15200 US 150 in Paris. The Diepholz Auto Group, a proud part of Charleston, Paris, and Eastern Illinois University. First Mid Bank and Trust is there for all the new things life brings. Whether you're buying your first home, expanding your business, or planning for retirement, First Mid can assist with your financial needs. More information is available at firstmid.com. Good luck, Panthers, from all your friends at First Mid Bank and Trust with multiple area locations.
The Hampton Inn Paris has accommodations right here in East Central Illinois. Located on Highway 1 and just minutes from attractions like Black Hawk Park and Bloomfield Barn, the Hampton Inn Paris provides breakfast each morning and fresh coffee. Hampton Inn Paris also has a heated indoor pool and a 24-hour fitness center.
Tune in every weekday morning for the EIU Morning Mix with local news, EIU, Charleston, and Mattoon sports, and the up-to-date weather. The EIU Morning Mix also has entertainment and music news, weird stories, celebrity birthdays, and more. It's the EIU Morning Mix weekdays from 6 to 9 on Hitmix 88.9 WEIU.
Myers-Koth Automotive believes in long-standing traditions and is a local family business. Myers-Koth Automotive is located at 920 18th Street in Charleston. Myers-Koth Automotive provides a range of automotive repair services. More information is available at myerskothauto.com or on Facebook. Rob Myers-Koth says good luck to the Panthers this season.
Founded in 1883, Washington Savings Bank has proudly served their local communities. The array of financial services that Washington Savings Bank offers are online at washingtonsavings.net or at their branch location in Effingham, Lerna, or Mattoon. Washington Savings Bank supports Eastern Illinois athletics.
Well Creek Pharmacy, located at 1 West Lincoln Avenue in Charleston, can fill prescription medications and can accept most insurance plans. We also offer over-the-counter products, a drive-through window, prescription compounding, CBD oil, and local delivery. Prescriptions can be transferred to Well Creek Pharmacy at 217-512-2816.
Keeping athletes in shape and in the game is one of the goals of Sarah Bush Lincoln Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Our certified athletic trainers and physical therapy staff work together to provide expertise on the sidelines and in the weight room to prevent, minimize, and eliminate injury. At Sarah Bush Lincoln, we're working to keep kids in the game.
EIUPanthers.com is the official site of Eastern Illinois Athletics. Ticket info, stats, features, photos, podcast videos, and game schedules, along with streaming feeds and Ohio Valley Conference news. Bookmark EIUPanthers.com and stay up to date with your favorite team, the Eastern Illinois Panthers.
This is Eastern Illinois' wide receiver, D. Smith. You're listening to Panther Football on Hit Mix 88.9 WEIU, Charleston.
Mike Brad, along with Dave Kidwell. Our spotter is Treva Brad. Matt Williamson, our studio producer. Halftime scores Indiana State 17, Eastern Illinois nothing. Here's how we got there. Eastern took the opening kickoff, couldn't move it, had to punt, had a penalty, had a good punt on the first attempt, but then a penalty made him punt it again. And on the second one, Indiana State took over at the Panther 45, and on their first possession, they went 45 yards in 5 plays, scored a touchdown on a pass from Elijah Owens to Ples Lawrence. 19-yard touchdown pass with 11:55 to go first quarter. Sycamores led 7-0. In the second quarter, a long punt return, a 25-yard return by Rashad Rochelle gave Indiana State pretty good field position at their 43, and they marched 57 yards in 12 plays, used up 4:44. There was a targeting penalty against Eastern on a third down play late in the drive that instead of Indiana State lining up for a field goal after that, they got an automatic first down and ended up with a 4-yard touchdown pass from the backup quarterback, Patterson, to Larry Stevens, and that made it 14-0 Indiana State, 6:18 to go in the first half. And then on the next possession, Eastern quarterback Cole LeCroux threw an interception. Jaden Childers picked him off at the Eastern 12. Sycamores could not move it, but Sebastian Lopez kicked a 25-yard field goal, and at halftime, Indiana State's in front, 17-0. They have outgained the Panthers 158-80. Eastern's got the only turnover in the game, and the Panthers also have been hurt by penalties in this game and have had a couple of their starting defenders ejected from the game. Tylen Foster ejected because of the targeting penalty, and Sam Robles, defensive end, ejected because he got called for 2 unsportsmanlike conduct penalties in the first half. So we'll take a break, come back, check the scoreboard. Indiana State's up on our scoreboard here, 17-0 at halftime over Eastern. Back in a moment on the Panther Sports Network.
At Drake Homes, they recognize that no 2 customers are alike, and neither are the homes that will fit their lifestyle. At Drake Homes, they work with each customer through planning, execution, and follow-through with the end goal of a home. More information is available at drakehomes.com. Go Panthers from Drake Homes.
With banking and ATM options in all 50 states, including right here on the Eastern Illinois campus, U.S. Bank has your banking needs covered no matter where you are. And with the U.S. Bank mobile app, your banking information can be as close as the palm of your hand. More information is available at usbank.com.
Central Roofing has been an Illinois roofing contractor in Central Illinois since 2012. Central Roofing provides residential and commercial roofing services to the Mattoon area, including roof installations, roof repairs, and storms damage estimates. More information available at centralroofingllc.net.
Eastern Illinois University football, proudly presented by Kirchner Building Centers, your source for home improvement projects and contractor building materials in Central Illinois. For more information, John Brandt is available by phone at 217-232-0305 or at their locations in Charleston or Mattoon.
With an alumni base across the United States and spanning the globe, the EIU Alumni Association builds lifelong relationships between alumni and their alma mater and works to make Eastern the best in the nation in integrating the academic and personal developing of students. To learn more, visit eiu.edu/alumni association.
Kerner Distributing, located in Effingham, is a proud supporter of Eastern Illinois Panther Athletics. Kerner is your local distributor for beverages including Coors, Miller, and Yuengling, along with a selection of craft and import beers, seltzers, ciders, spirits, and wines. More information at KernerDistributors.com.
Your local McDonald's restaurants are proud to support Eastern Illinois Panther Athletics, with area locations in Charleston, Mattoon, Effingham, Champaign, and Altamont. McDonald's offers different menu items, serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner daily. More information is available online at mcdonalds.com.
TicketSmarter is a way to buy tickets to live events. TicketSmarter has tickets for sports, concerts, and theater events. More information is available at TicketSmarter.com or through the TicketSmarter app. Smart fans start at TicketSmarter.com. TicketSmarter is committed to developing meaningful relationships with conferences, teams, and charities across the nation.
Good luck, EIU, from Jamie Pilson and the staff at Pilson Auto Center, located at the corner of Route 16 and Route 130 in Charleston, as well as 2000 Lakeland and 2212 Lakeland in Mattoon. The Pilson Auto Center lineup is Jeep, Ford, Dodge, Mercury, Lincoln, and Chrysler. More information is available at pilsonauto.com.
I love watching my child grow through football, learning values and life skills that extend beyond the playing field. Now, there are more ways to play than ever before, from flag to tackle and beyond, with opportunities for boys and girls at any age. To find the right team, explore FutureForFootball.com's new league locator tool and explore nearby leagues. It's never been easier to get your family involved in the game.
Indiana State 17, Eastern Illinois nothing at halftime in Terre Haute. Check the scoreboard here. One other OVC Big South game at halftime. Tennessee Tech's got a 24-3 lead over Chattanooga. Just underway in Nashville, no score between Tennessee State and top-ranked North Dakota State. Gardner-Webb will be at Georgia Tech in about an hour. Also Lindenwood at Appalachian State this afternoon. Tonight, Southeast Missouri hosting North Alabama. Charleston Southern is at Coastal Carolina, and UT Martin is at Texas El Paso. Last night, Northwestern beat Western Illinois 42-7. Around the state of Illinois, 11th ranked Illinois has got a 28-13 lead over Duke midway in the third quarter. Southern Illinois is at Purdue tonight. Illinois State hosting Morehead State tonight. And last night, Maryland beat Northern Illinois 20-9. EIU sports, Panther volleyball won twice yesterday in 3 straight sets both times over Kansas City and New Mexico State at a tournament in Carbondale. Panthers will meet Southern Illinois at 3 o'clock this afternoon to wrap up that tournament. Eastern men's soccer played Milwaukee to a 1-1 tie last night. Panther cross country hosted the Walt Crawford Open meet yesterday. Both the men and women took first place in the team scoring. Brenda Torres won the individual race for the women as Eastern took 5 of the top 6 spots in the women's race. And in the men's race, Eastern took 7 of the top 13 spots, led by Michael Atkins, who finished 5th. Tomorrow, women's soccer will be at Purdue Fort Wayne at 3 o'clock. Monday and Tuesday, women's golf at a tournament in Beaver Creek, Ohio. Thursday night, women's soccer will be at Illinois State at 7. Friday, volleyball opens a tournament here in Terre Haute. They'll play Indiana State at 6 o'clock Friday night, then play Montana and Butler next Saturday. And Eastern football at home for the Mid-American Classic next Saturday against Illinois State. That'll be a 2 o'clock kickoff next Saturday at O'Brien Field. We'll check the first half statistics when we come back in a moment. 17-0. Indiana State's got the lead at halftime. Back in a moment on the Panther Sports Network.
The McKenna Yost Convention Center and Hilton Garden Inn is located just off I-57. With hotel and convention space, they can accommodate all your needs, serving both guests from Mattoon and Charleston's communities. In town to cheer on the Panthers, the hotel is located near the EIU campus with 6 bar and grill located on site.
Jersey Mike's is located at 200 West Lincoln Avenue in Charleston and 1021 Charleston Avenue East in Mattoon. Jersey Mike's has 14 cold subs, including Jersey Shore's favorite 12 hot subs with the Big Kahuna cheesesteak on the menu. Sandwich combo meals are offered. Gift cards and merchandise are also available. Ordering online at jerseymikes.com.
Since 1948, Lambeau's Amico BP has supported this community and supports the EIU Panthers this season. Lambeau's has 4 locations in Charleston, Tuscola, and Mattoon. Lambeau's Amico BP has snacks, drinks, and fuel for students and families on their way to and from the Eastern Illinois University campus.
Slumberland Furniture is a proud sponsor of EIU Athletics with more than 100 locations in the Midwest, including one at 222 Broadway Avenue East in Mattoon. Slumberland Furniture has living room, dining room, and bedroom furniture along with home decor and mattresses. More information about Slumberland Furniture is available at slumberland.com.
Here at Hitmix, when we say your music, your station, we mean it. Your oldies, your new favorites, your classic rock, your 80s hits, your beloved songs from the 2000s, your country, your best music from yesterday and today. What else can we say? But you're welcome. It's Hitmix 88.9 WEIU, your music, your station.
Coles County Sanitation and Recycling provides commercial, residential, roll-off, and curbside recycling services to the Coles County area. Coles County Sanitation and Recycling is located at 655 West Lincoln Avenue, Suite 4 in Charleston. More information about Coles County Sanitation and Recycling is available at 217-345-7101.
The Diepholz Auto Group of Charleston and Paris is a strong supporter of EIU sports. Honesty, integrity, and family are what the Diepholz Auto Group stands for. Diepholz is located at 631 West Lincoln in Charleston and at 15200 US 150 in Paris. The Diepholz Auto Group, a proud part of Charleston, Paris, and Eastern Illinois University. First Mid Bank and Trust is there for all the new things life brings. Whether you're buying your first home, expanding your business, or planning for retirement, First Mid can assist with your financial needs. More information is available at firstmid.com. Good luck, Panthers, from all your friends at First Mid Bank and Trust with multiple area locations.
The Hampton Inn Paris has accommodations right here in East Central Illinois. Located on Highway 1 and just minutes from attractions like Black Hawk Park and Bloomfield Barn, the Hampton Inn Paris provides breakfast each morning and fresh coffee. Hampton Inn Paris also has a heated indoor pool and a 24-hour fitness center.
Myers-Koff Automotive believes in long-standing traditions and is a local family business. Myers-Koff Automotive is located at 920 18th Street in Charleston. Myers-Koff Automotive provides a range of automotive repair services. More information is available at myerskoffauto.com or on Facebook. Rob Myers-Koff says good luck to the Panthers this season.
Hi, this is Corey Lehman, EIU football 2007 to 2011. This is Panther football on Hitmix 88.9 WEIU.
Eastern Illinois down at halftime, 17-0 to Indiana State. Sycamores pretty much dominated most of the first half. They outgained Eastern 158-80. ISU with 48 rushing yards, 110 passing. Eastern had a lot of balance, 42 rushing, only 38 passing. Only turnover of the half was made by the Panthers, an interception thrown by Cole LeCroux that led to a field goal. Possession time, Eastern led that 16.5 minutes to 13.5 by Indiana State, but the total plays favored the Sycamores, 35-29. Third down conversions, Eastern was 2 of 7. Indiana State 1 out of 5. And individually, Charles Kellum, the leading rusher for Eastern with 8 carries, 40 yards. For Indiana State, quarterback Elijah Owens, 9 carries for 50 yards, led the rushing. Owens was 9 of 10 passing before being injured, 67 yards. But the backup came in and threw it pretty well. Keegan Patterson completed 5 of 6 for 21 yards and a touchdown. Cole LeCroux for Eastern, 7 of 10 passing, 1 intercepted, 38 yards. Receiving, Cooper Willman, 3 catches, 18 yards to lead Eastern. Larry Stevens, 4 catches for 49 and a touchdown for Indiana State. Rashad Rochelle, Lance Reese both had 3 catches for the Sycamores. We're going to take a break. Be ready to start the second half in a moment. Panthers down at halftime, 17-0 in Indiana State. Back in a moment on the Panther Sports Network.
Keeping athletes in shape and in the game is one of the goals of Sarah Bush Lincoln Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Our certified athletic trainers and physical therapy staff work together to provide expertise on the sidelines and in the weight room to prevent, minimize, and eliminate injury. At Sarah Bush Lincoln, we're working to keep kids in the game.
Slumberland Furniture is a proud sponsor of EIU Athletics with more than 100 locations in the Midwest, including one at 222 Broadway Avenue East in Mattoon. Slumberland Furniture has living room, dining room, and bedroom furniture along with home decor and mattresses. More information about Slumberland Furniture is available at slumberland.com.
Ticket Smarter is a way to buy tickets to live events. Ticket Smarter has tickets for sports, concerts, and theater events. More information is available at ticketsmarter.com or through the Ticket Smarter app. Smart fans start at ticketsmarter.com. Ticket Smarter is committed to developing meaningful relationships with conferences, teams, and charities across the nation.
Good luck, EIU, from Jamie Pilson and the staff at Pilson Auto Center, located at the corner of Route 16 and Route 130 in Charleston, as well as 2000 Lakeland and 2212 Lakeland in Mattoon. The Pilson Auto Center lineup is Jeep, Ford, Dodge, Mercury, Lincoln, and Chrysler. More information is available at pilsonauto.com.
With banking and ATM options in all 50 states, including right here on the Eastern.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner daily. More information is available online at mcdonalds.com.
With an alumni base across the United States and spanning the globe, the EIU Alumni Association builds lifelong relationships between alumni and their alma mater and works to make Eastern the best in the nation in integrating the academic and personal developing of students. To learn more, visit eiu.edu/alumni association.
EIUPanthers.com is the official site of Eastern Illinois Athletics. Ticket info, stats, features, photos, podcast videos, and game schedules, along with streaming feeds and Ohio Valley Conference news. Bookmark EIUPanthers.com and stay up to date with your favorite team, the Eastern Illinois Panthers.
Jersey Mike's is located at 200 West Lincoln Avenue in Charleston and 1021 Charleston Avenue East in Mattoon. Jersey Mike's has 14 cold subs, including Jersey Shore's favorite 12 hot subs with the Big Kahuna cheesesteak on the menu. Sandwich combo meals are offered. Gift cards and merchandise are also available. Ordering online at jerseymikes.com.
So if I had to describe Eastern, it's like chill, but yeah, you still have like a lot of stuff to do.
Events like First Night, events like Panther Palooza, our Student Involvement Fair, those are just so much fun ways you can see so many people on campus.
So right away, you get to impact a group. If you join a club, an activity, you get to actually have a voice right away.
You physically embrace the campus and embrace everything about Eastern, and you just learn to love everything about it.
Eastern will kick off to start the third quarter. Panthers will have the wind at their back in the third quarter. Drew Schiller tees it up to kick off. Rashad Rochelle back to return. Last year, he averaged almost 24 yards per return. Dangerous return man. We've seen that already with his punt returns. Schiller, the redshirt freshman from Lincoln Way Central out of New Lenox, Illinois, to kick off. 17-0. Indiana State's got the lead as we start the third quarter. Here's Schiller's approach. He drives it deep. Rochelle's going to let it go over his head. That'll be a touchback. So Keegan Patterson will come back on, the backup quarterback for Indiana State. Elijah Owens went out in the second quarter, went to the medical tent. I'm guessing it's either a shoulder or a collarbone injury on his throwing side, his right side. We have not seen him on the sideline since, Dave. So right now, it appears at least that he is not going to be back in this game.
That would be more than an educated guess, I bet. So we're going to see what Indiana State does. Suspect they'll be a little bit conservative here, give Patterson a little more chance to get his game feet. And as I said earlier, they want to use that clock simply because they don't want to give Eastern an opportunity.
1st and 10, Indiana State at their 25 with Robles out of the game for Eastern. Aiden Archibald of Charleston is in the defensive end for the Panthers here to start the second half. So here's Patterson out of the shotgun. He's going to send Rochelle wide to the right. And Indiana State having all sorts of trouble getting lined up, and they're going to have to take a timeout. That's not a good start to the second half. After a touchback, with a full 25 seconds on the play clock after they got out there, the Sycamores could not get lined up in time, and we're going to have a delay of game penalty had they not taken the timeout. See if this is going to be a media timeout or not. I think it is. So we're going to take a break here in the third quarter. 17-0. Indiana State's got the lead. Back in just a moment on the Panther Sports Network.
This is Eastern Illinois head coach Chris Wilkerson. You're listening to Panther Football on Hit Mix 88.9 WEIU Charleston.
Well Creek Pharmacy, located at 1 West Lincoln Avenue in Charleston, can fill prescription medications and can accept most insurance plans. We also offer over-the-counter products, a drive-through window, prescription compounding, CBD oil, and local delivery. Prescriptions can be transferred to Well Creek Pharmacy at 217-512-2816.
Founded in 1883, Washington Savings Bank has proudly served their local communities. The array of financial services that Washington Savings Bank offers are online at washingtonsavings.net or at their branch location in Effingham, Lerna, or Mattoon. Washington Savings Bank supports Eastern Illinois athletics.
Coles County Sanitation and Recycling provides commercial, residential, roll-off, and curbside recycling services to the Coles County area. Coles County Sanitation and Recycling is located at 655 West Lincoln Avenue, Suite 4 in Charleston. More information about Coles County Sanitation and Recycling is available at 217-345-7101.
The Diepholz Auto Group of Charleston and Paris is a strong supporter of EIU sports. Honesty, integrity, and family are what the Diepholz Auto Group stands for. Diepholz is located at 631 West Lincoln in Charleston and at 15200 US 150 in Paris. The Diepholz Auto Group, a proud part of Charleston, Paris, and Eastern Illinois University.
Central Roofing has been an Illinois roofing contractor in Central Illinois since 2012. Central Roofing provides residential and commercial roofing services to the Mattoon area, including roof installations, roof repairs, and storms damage estimates. More information available at centralroofingllc.net.
Kerner Distributing, located in Effingham, is a proud supporter of Eastern Illinois Panther Athletics. Kerner is your local distributor for beverages including Coors, Miller, and Yuengling, along with a selection of craft and import beers, seltzers, ciders, spirits, and wines. More information at KernerDistributors.com.
First and 10, Indiana State from their 25. They pitch it ahead to Domino, sweeping around the right end, hit at the 25 and brought down at the 27 by Aiden Archibald out of Charleston. Aiden's mother is the former Eastern softball coach, Tara. His dad was a very good player at Southern Illinois. Gain of a couple by Domino. Ball at the 27, second down, 8 to go, Indiana State. Patterson back to pass, throwing to the right sideline. It's incomplete. Panthers broke it up. Rochelle, the intended receiver, and a good hit from Eastern Illinois' Isaiah Huey, the sophomore cornerback from Rockton Hananiga, and he jarred that ball loose with the hit just as it got to Rochelle. It'll be third down and 8 to go. Indiana State at their 27. Here's Patterson at quarterback. He's back to pass again. Patterson throws into the middle, knocked away. Good coverage. Intended for Rochelle, and that time it was Caleb Lyons with tight coverage, and he got a hand on that pass and knocked it away.
Caleb Lyons really has had a great day, Mike.
Yeah, he's been in on several plays back there, and then also a couple of tackles. So a 3-and-out for Indiana State. It's the best defensive series for Eastern today. 4th and 8 for the Sycamores. They send in Harry Traum to punt. Cooper Willman drops back to return at the Eastern 30-yard line. Traum punting into the wind. He had a 55-yard punt with the wind in the first half. Waist-high snap, kicks a low one away. Willman's going to take it at his 28. Has to scoop it up at the 30, gets to the 35. Willman kind of misjudged it and had to reach twice for it to pluck it off of the turf. Brought it back about 7 yards. So a pretty good kick into the wind, 45 yards for Traum. 7-yard return. We'll take a break. Early third quarter. 17-0. Indiana State's got the lead over Eastern Illinois. Back in a moment on the Panther Sports Network.
Thinking about a new kitchen or bath? Let Kirchner Building Centers help. Our experience will help you design and build a space on time and on budget. For more information, Travis Oakley is available at 217-232-8728. Kirchner Building Centers, serving you since 1906. A proud supporter of Panther Athletics.
At Drake Homes, they recognize that no two customers are alike, and neither are the homes that will fit their lifestyle. At Drake Homes, they work with each customer through planning, execution, and follow-through with the end goal of a home. More information is available at drakehomes.com. Go Panthers from Drake Homes.
With banking and ATM options in all 50 states, including right here on the Eastern Illinois campus, U.S. Bank has your banking needs covered no matter where you are. And with the U.S. Bank mobile app, your banking information can be as close as the palm of your hand. More information is available at usbank.com.
Ticket Smarter is a way to buy tickets to live events. Ticket Smarter has tickets for sports, concerts, and theater events. More information is available at ticketsmarter.com or through the Ticket Smarter app. Smart fans start at ticketsmarter.com. Ticket Smarter is committed to developing meaningful relationships with conferences, teams, and charities across the nation.
The Hampton Inn Paris has accommodations right here in East Central Illinois. Located on Highway 1 and just minutes from attractions like Black Hawk Park and Bloomfield Barn, the Hampton Inn Paris provides breakfast each morning and fresh coffee. Hampton Inn Paris also has a heated indoor pool and a 24-hour fitness center.
Keeping athletes in shape and in the game is one of the goals of Sarah Bush Lincoln Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Our certified athletic trainers and physical therapy staff work together to provide expertise on the sidelines and in the weight room to prevent, minimize, and eliminate injury. At Sarah Bush Lincoln, we're working to keep kids in the game.
Eastern Illinois, first possession of the second half, start at their 35-yard line. First down, 10 to go. Cole LeCrue at quarterback. Charles Kellum behind him in the pistol at running back. They will hand to Kellum into the middle, and not much. No gain. Wrestled down by Indiana State defensive tackle Logan Wilson, the transfer from Western Michigan, from Appleton, Wisconsin. Remember, in the first half, EIU lineman Panioti Michalopoulos went out with an injury. He is back in the game now for Eastern in the offensive line. Oya station break. We'll try to get that after this next play. It's second down and 10 for the Panthers at their 35. Willman and Nelson come wide to the right. D. Smith wide to the left. LeCrue on second down pitches out to Kellum, coming to the right, finds a seam at the 35, 40, 45, got the first down. Good opening right side, picked up 13 yards to the 48. Right now we'll pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Panther Sports Network.
This is Eastern Illinois wide receiver Cooper Willman. You're listening to Panther Football on Hit Mix 88.9, WEIU Charleston.
Kamal Clark made the tackle for Indiana State after a 17-yard run for Kellum. That's Eastern's best run of the day. And the Panthers have it at their 47-yard line. First down, 10 to go. Eastern was kind of slow getting their personnel in the game. Break the huddle with 6 on the play clock. See if they can get this play off. They won't. They'll have to take a timeout. That time, just the subs were late getting in. They subbed and then subbed again. We're going to keep it here on this timeout. So both teams have kind of wasted a timeout here early in the third quarter. Let's update the scoreboard. Tennessee Tech, ranked number 17. They're the preseason favorite to win the OVC Big South. They've got a 31-10 lead over Chattanooga in the third quarter. North Dakota State's got a 14-0 lead over Tennessee State in the first quarter. The rest of the Big South OVC games are later. At the end of the third quarter, it's now Illinois 28 and Duke 19. Minnesota blowing out Northwestern State 66-0 in the fourth. Indiana leads Kennesaw State 49-9 in the fourth. Iowa State tied at 13 in the fourth. And Penn State leads Florida International 27-0 in the fourth in Big Ten games. First and 10 Eastern from their 47. Back to pass. LeCrue's going to run instead. Lost a yard. Wanted to throw it and then decided to scramble. And actually, they're going to say they tripped him up at the 45. It's a 2-yard loss. It'll be second and 12. He just has not had anywhere to run today. Lucas McAllister again on the tackle for Indiana State. You knew that would be the case, though, Dave, that when they saw that tape from last week, they'd be ready for the running quarterback.
Done a great job preparing all week. They knew exactly what they wanted to do, and they're executing it perfectly.
Defensive coach Kurt Mallory, the head coach for Indiana State. Second down, 12 to go Panthers. LeCroux on a handoff to Kellum into the middle, weaving but can't get going. And tackled for no gain to the 45-yard line. Kellum never got going on that one. Couldn't find anywhere to go. It'll be 3rd and long. McAllister again on the tackle for the Sycamores. He's a good example of their defense. He made 3 starts last year. Was a backup most of the year. They lost a lot of guys on defense, so he's been elevated to a starter now. 3rd and 13 for Eastern from their 44. Here's LeCroux back to pass. It's a 4-man rush. He's got some time. Now he's going to run with it at the 50. Gets outside to the 45 and gets the first down across the Eastern over there to the Indiana State 40. Good run for LeCroux on what was supposed to be a pass. He scrambled out of the pocket and got about a 16-yard carry. Good job to find the opening to the Indiana State 41. It's a first down. Eastern ready to snap it now, playing some hurry up themselves. They give it in the middle to Kellum across the 40, across the 35, stop there. Kellum almost broke loose. Kamal Clark got him. Last year, Clark had 117 tackles when he was at Central Connecticut. That's why he was the conference defensive player of the year there. 5-yard gain for Kellum on first down to the Indiana State 36. Second down, 5 to go Panthers. Willman and Nelson go wide to the left. Quentin Rogers wide to the right. Kellum, the running back, on the right hip of LeCroux. Now Kellum goes in motion. They're going to fake a pass to him. LeCroux on a keeper will be stopped for no gain. Another good tackle by McAllister for Indiana State. Out of St. Louis CBC, a sophomore. He hit LeCroux and drove him backwards on that carry. Spot the ball at the 37 for a 1-yard loss. A big 3rd down play for Eastern, probably in 4-down territory here. 3rd down and 6 yards to go. 17-0. Indiana State leads it. We've got just over 10 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Quentin Rogers wide to the right. Willman, Nelson, Herrera all wide to the left. LeCroux on 3rd and 6. Back to pass. 4-man rush. He scrambles out to his left. LeCroux on the run to the far sideline, trying to buy time. Now throws it away. Incomplete. And now a late penalty flag after the play where LeCroux got swung down right in front of the Eastern bench. Looks like it's on Indiana State, judging from the reaction of their players. Pass protection was pretty good. LeCroux couldn't find anybody open, scrambled out to his left and threw it away. Roughing the passer on Indiana State. You can hear the crowd's reaction. It's a 15-yard penalty. Puts the ball at the Sycamore 22 and gives Eastern a first down, their 9th of the game. Well, this is the best offensive drive of the day for the Panthers. They really need to cash in and get some points here, down by 3 scores in the 3rd quarter. That was the 3rd penalty, 30 yards against Indiana State. Eastern has had 6 penalties, only 13 yards in penalties. That looks like a really good day for Eastern, but the penalties have come at really costly times. Put the ball at the Indiana State 22. First down, 10 to go. Eastern moving left to right. Wind at their back here in the 3rd quarter. They're going to put Willman to the left. Rogers to the right. LeCroux in the pistol. Kellum right behind him on first down. Here's the snap. He bobbles it. LeCroux's going to keep it. Runs it to the left side at the 20. Falls forward to the 19. It was supposed to be a handoff to Kellum. LeCroux kind of bobbled the snap, and by that time the timing was off. So he kept it and actually made a good play out of it. Gained about 3 yards. Ball to the 19. Second down and 7. 9.5 minutes to go 3rd quarter. 17-0. Indiana State's got the lead. Willman goes wide to the left with Alex Ginevra. Wide to the right. They're going to hand it on a end around. It's Kellum with it at the 20. Stiff arms a man to the 15. Pulls him downfield, close to the first down at the 12. Kellum went in motion in front of the quarterback, took a handoff after lining up in the slot. He ran it to the 12, and I think he's maybe just short of a first down. 3.5 yards to go, it looks like. LeCrue takes the snap, gives to Kellum, left side, good hole, 10, 5, he's over, touchdown, Eastern Illinois. Kellum, and now a late penalty flag as Kellum is tackled after he crossed the goal line. So Panthers went quickly there, and that opened on 3.5 yards. A big hole opened up over the left side for Charles Kellum, and he makes it in for his first Eastern Illinois touchdown. Panthers back in the game here with 8:47 to go in the third. Penalty, I think, is going to be a horse collar tackle against Indiana State after the touchdown. Let's get the official ruling from Chris Rick. They call it a late hit on Kamal Clark. It'll be assessed on the kickoff. So the touchdown stands for Kellum. It's a 12-yard, make it a 13-yard touchdown run to make the score 17-6 Indiana State. And now Drew Schiller in to try the extra point. The holder is the punter, Mason Miller. The long snapper, Brett Galletti, the fifth-year senior. Snap is kind of low. Kick is up, and the kick is good. So the Eastern Panthers back in the game after their best offensive series of the day. Timeout on the field, 8:47 to go third quarter. Indiana State 17, Eastern Illinois 7. Back with the Panther kickoff in a moment on the Panther Sports Network.
First Mid Bank and Trust is there for all the new things life brings. Whether you're buying your first home, expanding your business, or planning for retirement, First Mid can assist with your financial needs. More information is available at firstmid.com. Good luck, Panthers, from all your friends at First Mid Bank and Trust with multiple area locations.
With an alumni base across the United States and spanning the globe, the EIU Alumni Association builds lifelong relationships between alumni and their alma mater and works to make Eastern the best in the nation in integrating the academic and personal developing of students. To learn more, visit eiu.edu/alumni association.
Slumberland Furniture is a proud sponsor of EIU Athletics with more than 100 locations in the Midwest, including one at 222 Broadway Avenue East in Mattoon. Slumberland Furniture has living room, dining room, and bedroom furniture along with home decor and mattresses. More information about Slumberland Furniture is available at slumberland.com.
Good luck, EIU, from Jamie Pilson and the staff at Pilson Auto Center, located at the corner of Route 16 and Route 130 in Charleston, as well as 2000 Lakeland and 2212 Lakeland in Mattoon. The Pilson Auto Center lineup is Jeep, Ford, Dodge, Mercury, Lincoln, and Chrysler. More information is available at pilsonauto.com.
Your local McDonald's restaurants are proud to support Eastern Illinois Panther Athletics, with area locations in Charleston, Mattoon, Effingham, Champaign, and Altamont. McDonald's offers different menu items, serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner daily. More information is available online at mcdonalds.com.
The McKenna Yost Convention Center and Hilton Garden Inn is located just off I-57. With hotel and convention space, they can accommodate all your needs, serving both guests from Mattoon and Charleston's communities. In town to cheer on the Panthers, the hotel is located near the EIU campus with 6 bar and grill located on site.
Eastern's best drive of the day, 65 yards in 10 plays, used up 5.5 minutes. Charles Kellum, a 13-yard touchdown run to put Eastern on the board. They've assessed a 15-yard penalty for a late hit on the touchdown against Indiana State. So Drew Schiller will kick off from the 50-yard line. Ball blew off the tee on his first try, so he tees it up again. He had a touchback a few minutes ago, kicking from 15 yards further back. So see if he wants to just take the touchback here or try to hang it high and hope for good coverage. With Rochelle back there, a touchback's probably not a bad idea. Here's the kick. It's a touchback. That one into the Indiana State tailgate at the end of the stadium. All right, Dave, Panther offense showing live for the first time today. Let's see if the defense can get another stop like they did last time. Sycamores will start at the 25. Again, their starting quarterback, Elijah Owens, went out with an injury in the second quarter. no sign at all that he's going to be able to come back. So the backup quarterback, Keegan Patterson, has taken over. Transfer from Northwest Mississippi Community College. He spent a year as a walk-on at USC before going to junior college. 1st and 10 from the 25. There's the handoff into the middle. It's Lawrence, who got maybe one before he's pushed back. Drake Van Hefty's in on that stop. Jawan Nixon on the tackle as well. It's a 1-yard gain. Make that Dion Brown on the carry, the backup running back for Indiana State. 2nd and 9, Sycamores at their 26. One wide out to the right, 2 go to the left for ISU. Brown at running back. Here's Patterson, back to pass on 2nd and 9. On to the middle, caught at the 30 by Domino. Falls forward to the 32. Eastern Steven Artiega, transfer from Palomar Junior College in California, on the tackle. So Domino picked up about 6 to the 32. 3rd and 3, Indiana State. Sycamores today are only 1 of 6 on 3rd down. Kind of a big play here. If the Panthers could get a stop, it would keep their momentum going. Patterson moves Brown over to his right hip on 3rd down, 3 to go, and a penalty flag, and it looks like Indiana State's going to be called for a false start. So that'll be 3rd and 8 now. So now the Sycamores are making penalties here in the second half. They've had a couple of 15-yard penalties on Eastern's touchdown drive. Now a 5-yard penalty to put them into 3rd and 8. Put the ball back at their 27. 17-7, Indiana State's got the lead. We're just about midway in the 3rd quarter. Rochelle and Reese go wide to the right. Also Domino out that way. 1 wide receiver to the left on 3rd and 8. Patterson back to pass. Patterson in trouble. He's going to be sacked. Now he gets it away, incomplete. He was being pulled down at the 20. They're going to, I think, drop a penalty flag. Let's see. Nope. He had it out, but he put it back in his pocket. It's going to be an incomplete pass. Panthers had him, couldn't pull him down.
Deserves a shout out on this pregame show how well Oregon special teams played. It always makes.
They say he was outside the pocket and got the pass by the line of scrimmage, so there's no intentional grounding. It's 4th and 8. In to punt, Harry Traum. Cooper Willman back to return for Eastern at their 30-yard line. Snaps a good one. Traum's kick is low into the wind. Willman's going to let it bounce at the 45 and now scoops it up at his 38. He had signaled fair catch, so he could not run with it. So Eastern will take the ball right there at their 38 after a 35-yard punt by Traum. Okay, Dave, Panthers have it back in the game here, had the momentum because the defense has made 2 straight 3-and-out stops.
Well, I keep saying Eastern's going to have to throw the ball. They're going to have to throw the ball. But, boy, in the last one, they were pretty successful running. So, you know, what's that old saying? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So let's see if they can continue that on the ground.
Smith and Nelson out to the left. Willman to the right on 1st and 10 from the Panther 38. Pretty close to where they started that last drive. LeCroux back to pass into the middle. Batted down by Indiana State. Getting his hand on the ball with his rush for the Sycamores was Sermaine Campbell, defensive lineman out of Chicago Heights Bloom. LeCroux had several passes batted down in these first 2 games. I'd say about 4 or 5 now. LeCroux is 6'1", so he's a little bit undersized for a college quarterback passing out of the pocket. 2nd down, 10 to go. With LeCroux, you got to remember, this is only his 2nd college game. He sat out the last 2 years at Wisconsin, didn't play in any games. He takes the snap, handoff in the middle. Kellum is going to be dropped. Might have got back to the line with second effort, but about the time he took the handoff, Indiana State was in there on him. Braxton Sampson, linebacker, on the stop.
And that was not a clean handoff either.
1-yard loss on the play. Indiana State is just daring Eastern to pass the ball here. They are just loaded up to stop the run and saying if you're going to beat us, you're going to have to throw it. It's 3rd down and 11. Willman out to the left. Smith goes to the right. Nelson in the slot to the right. Now Nelson goes in motion. Here's LeCroux back to pass. LeCroux with pressure on his right. He's sacked. It was a corner blitz, and they got him. I think Amon Glass came in from the corner. LeCroux didn't see him to the last second, tried to dodge him and couldn't get away. He got sacked back at the 27 for a loss of 10. So the Indiana State defense makes a big series, and now Eastern will have to punt with 6:15 to go in the third. Mason Miller back to punt for the 6th time today. He's averaging 46 yards per punt. Rashad Rochelle's averaging 21.5 per return. Low snap. Miller scoops it up, gets the kick away. Rochelle's going to let it bounce at the 30. He's going to field it at the 19. Runs to his left. Now spins back to his right. Giving ground back to the 15. Now giving ground back to the 12. And finally knocked down by Ginnever at the 16-yard line. Rochelle ran a long way. Never could get untracked. Ended up with, I think, a 1-yard return off a 58-yard punt from Miller. Jesse Garza in on that tackle as well for Eastern. So Indiana State will start at their 15-yard line. We've got 5:44 to go in the third quarter. Sycamores lead the game 17-7. Eastern defense has been stout so far this half. They have stopped Indiana State 3 and out twice in a row. One wide out to the right, 2 to the left for Keegan Patterson of Indiana State on first down. He fakes a handoff. He's going to throw it down the middle of the field. Nobody there, incomplete. B.J. Weiss, the intended receiver. Chris Sharp and Jihad McCall on the coverage for Eastern Illinois. Patterson now 7 of 12 passing for 29 yards and a touchdown off of the bench for Indiana State. 3 wide outs to the right, 1 to the left for Indiana State on 2nd and 10 at their 15. Patterson will run, quarterback draw up the middle, a lot of room, 25-30. Patterson at the 40. He goes across the 50. Cuts back at the 40 and pushed out of bounds there. Boy, that opened up big for him on the quarterback draw. There was nobody on the second line of defense. Patterson ran it all the way to the Panther 37. That's a 48-yard gain by the quarterback, Patterson. 1st and 10, Indiana State. That flipped the field and helped their field position a bunch. Weiss goes wide to the right. Rochelle and Stevens and Reese wide to the left. There's a deep pass, and there's nobody there. Weiss cut the route off short. Patterson threw it deep. Pass goes incomplete. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
Patterson's pass is incomplete. Intended for number 14.
So that quarterback draw by Patterson, a 48-yard gain, longest play by either team today, has flipped the field position in Indiana State's favor. They've got it at the Panther 37, 2nd down and 10. Patterson out of the shotgun, fakes a handoff, pass down into the middle, and it is caught at the 13-yard line by whom? Can't tell there for Indiana State. Making the catch for the Sycamores, backup receiver Talon White. And he got it down to the 10-yard line. It'll be 1st down, 1st and 10 to go for Indiana State. 26-yard pass play by Patterson, who now is going to hand it off into the middle. Lawrence, he bounced off the pile, runs outside to the left at the 10, at the 5, and he's tripped up there. Saving a touchdown was Isaiah Huey for Eastern, tackling Lawrence as he tried to get around the left end after bouncing off of the pile. Ends up being a 6-yard gain. It'll be 2nd down, 4 yards to go for Indiana State. Patterson. Again, he gives in the middle. It's Lawrence trying to cut back, hit at the 4, driven back. Mayava got him and pushed him back. And it'll be 3rd down coming up. 3 yards to go from the 4-yard line. Indiana State about to run their 7th play of this drive. They've covered 81 yards. They've got it at the Eastern 4-yard line. 3rd down, 3 yards to go. Patterson in the shotgun. Lawrence on his right. Couple of wideouts go to the right. Couple of tight ends in the slot to the right. Now they flip the tight ends over. 3rd down and 3. Having trouble getting lined up. Now they're ready. Here's Patterson. He will pitch it to Lawrence. Coming around the left at the 5. Goes over for the touchdown. 2nd touchdown today. 5th this season for Plez Lawrence. Just a quick pitch out. They got a block on the corner, and Lawrence was able to make a pretty easy run after that for a 4-yard touchdown. So after Eastern grabbed the momentum and got back in the game, Indiana State scores with 3:34 to go in the 3rd, and they pushed their lead out to 23-7. Quarterback draw, the key play there, the 48-yard run by Patterson. And then he also hooked up with that touchdown, that 25-yard gain on the pass to White. Here's the extra point attempt up by Sebastian Lopez. It's good. We'll keep it here. It's 24-7 now, Indiana State. So now, Dave, Panthers, if they probably have to get away from that run game a little bit and think about going to the air a lot more now, down 17 late in the third.
And obviously Indiana State now knows that also. Consequently, they may not be putting quite as much pressure on LeCroux and dropping back more pass coverage.
We'll see how they play it. Indiana State is getting to the situation here where Eastern used to get in this situation with when Garoppolo was the quarterback, where you had the lead and you'd been playing up-tempo. Now the up-tempo kind of works against you a little bit because you're not burning a lot of time on offense. But if you go away from it, you're kind of playing offense with one hand tied behind your back, so to speak. It's kind of a interesting mix on what sort of tempo to play at that point. All right, Lopez will kick off. Carleon Neal is back to return at his 10-yard line as Lopez will kick into the wind. Here's the Lopez kickoff. Pretty good into the wind. Neal will take it at the 12. He's at the 15 to the 20. Coming to the right, 25. Tackled at the 28. Making the stop for Indiana State was Devin Johnson, a free safety out of Berea, Ohio, transfer from Miami of Ohio. So Eastern will start around their 28. Have time remaining here, 3:30 to go in the third, but they're down by 17 points now. Cole LeCroux brings them out of the huddle, sends Willman wide to the left, Nelson in the slot, D. Smith wide to the right. Pistol set. Looks like Jay Pearson, the running back. They fake it to him. LeCroux running around in the backfield, and now we'll just keep it and get back to the line of scrimmage. Supposed to be a pass to the right, but LeCroux had to keep it himself, scramble around a little bit, ended up with no gain on the play. In fact, they're going to give him a 1-yard loss. Second down, 11 to go. Landers Green splits out wide to the right at wide receiver for Eastern. Here's LeCroux, second and long, back to pass. Drifts left, now he throws into the middle, incomplete. Tried to hit Nelson, who dived for it and went off his hands at the 40. It'll be third and long. LeCroux was drifting left and then tried to kind of throw it back to the right, and just off with the accuracy a little bit. He's 7 to 12 passing for only 38 yards. Third down, 10 to go for Eastern, actually 11 to go. Smith goes wide left with Neal. Willman wide to the right on 3rd and 11. Out of the shotgun, LeCroux will hand on a draw play up the middle. Pearson across the 30, stopped well short of the first down at the 31. Making the stop for Indiana State was linebacker Braxton Sampson. It'll be 4th down. Panthers go 3 and out again and have to punt. Clock running with 2:30 to go in the third quarter. Mason Miller in to punt for the 7th time today. He's got a good average today. Had a brilliant punt his last time. Good snap. Miller's kick is away. A high kick, not super deep. Rochelle runs to his right. It's going to land at the 20, right on the sideline. And the Eastern will down it right there. That's what you're talking about, Dave. Keeping it away from him. He did a good job of it that time.
Excellent job, yes.
Sacrificed a little distance, maybe a 48-yard punt, but took away the return by Rochelle, which had hurt Eastern in the first half. 2:13 to go in the third. 24-17 Indiana State, and they take over the football at their 20-yard line. Next Saturday, Panthers at home to take on Illinois State. 2 o'clock kickoff at O'Brien Field. Mid-America Classic will be on the air at 1:30 next Saturday here on the radio. Keegan Patterson leads the Sycamores back on the field. 1st and 10 at his 20. He's got Deion Brown at running back. There's the snap. Handoff Brown into the middle. Broke through the first wave. Gets across the 25. Brought down at the 26. The official got knocked off balance and tumbled down, but looks like he's up and okay. That's the umpire who fell backwards but is up. We've not seen any of Indiana State's backup running back today. Normally it's Nick Osho, who's a Canadian, a junior, not played yet today for Indiana State. 2nd and 4, pass play to the right, caught at the 30 by Rochelle, and he gave a little bit of ground after the catch, tackled at the 28, and he's a little short of the first down. Rochelle caught it pretty much even with the sticks, but then trying to make a move, he danced backwards. Got tackled at the 29. It's 3rd and 1. Patterson, handoff up the middle. It's Brown. He's going to be stopped and will not get away and be stopped short of the first down. It's a loss on the play. Steven Artiega was the first guy there for Eastern and then got some help from his teammates. It's going to be 4th down coming up. Eastern has taken a timeout. They want to make sure, I guess they want to make sure Indiana State's punting here into the wind, but they were no way the Sycamores could have run out the clock there in this quarter. But Panthers take a timeout and are down to 1 remaining for the rest of the game. We'll keep it here on this timeout. This Indiana State backup quarterback, Patterson, interesting guy. He's from Longmont, Colorado. He was committed to go to Division II, Colorado School of Mines, when he got out of high school, and then walked on at USC, gave up the scholarship to walk on at USC. That seems like a hopeful plan. Didn't play there, went to junior college for a year, and then came to Indiana State as the backup last year. Harry Traum back to punt for ISU on 4th and 4, takes the snap, gets a line drive kick away. Willman's going to let it land at the 40, takes an ISU bounce inside the 30, and they down it at the 29-yard line. That's a good punt into the wind for Traum, covered 44 yards. 1:04 to go in the third quarter. Eastern will take over, trail the game 24-7. Panthers desperately need to get some offense. Their only touchdown today came on the first drive of the third quarter. But since then, they've gone 3 and out twice in a row. Not much passing for Eastern. They've only got 123 total yards, 85 of those rushing, only 38 passing yards for Eastern today. First down 10, Panthers at their 28. Back to pass. It's the backup quarterback, Connor Wolf, rolling left. He throws. It's caught at the 45 for a first down. Making the catch was freshman Carleon Neal. It's his first catch as a collegiate. Wolf makes his first pass as a collegiate, and the Panthers picked up 17 yards and a first down. So the backup quarterback, Connor Wolf, out of Ada, Michigan, into the game. That was his first pass attempt as a college player. First down, handoff, heading left, Kellum trying to turn the corner, 45, driven out by Kamal Clark at the 47. Good tackle.
Going back to that pass, Wolf made that across his body also, because he was rolling left then.
When we talked to Chris Wilkerson Wednesday, he said if Wolf comes into the game, Eastern will look very different on offense than they do with LeCrue in the game. And that's because Wolf is a passer. Not nearly the runner that LeCrue is, but definitely a passer. Went to Grand Rapids Central Catholic High School in Michigan. He's a redshirt freshman, 6'3", 210. 2nd and 9 Panthers at their 47. And before the ball is snapped, they got a penalty flag. Or timeout. What do we got? End of the third quarter. Clock ran out. So we'll take a break after 3 quarters. It's Indiana State 24, Eastern Illinois 7. Back to start the fourth quarter in a moment on the Panther Sports Network.
Jersey Mike's is located at 200 West Lincoln Avenue in Charleston and 1021 Charleston Avenue East in Mattoon. Jersey Mike's has 14 cold subs, including Jersey Shore's favorite 12 hot subs with the big Kahuna cheesesteak on the menu. Sandwich combo meals are offered. Gift cards and merchandise are also available. Ordering online at jerseymikes.com.
Since 1948, Lambeau's Amico BP has supported this community and supports the EIU Panthers this season. Lambeau's has 4 locations in Charleston, Tuscola, and Mattoon. Lambeau's Amico BP has snacks, drinks, and fuel for students and families on their way to and from the Eastern Illinois University campus.
Myers-Koff Automotive believes in long-standing traditions and is a local family business. Myers-Koff Automotive is located at 920 18th Street in Charleston. Myers-Koff Automotive provides a range of automotive repair services. More information is available at myerskoffauto.com or on Facebook. Rob Myers-Koff says good luck to the Panthers this season.
EIUPanthers.com is the official site of Eastern Illinois Athletics. Ticket info, stats, features, photos, podcast videos, and game schedules, along with streaming feeds and Ohio Valley Conference news. Bookmark EIUPanthers.com and stay up to date with your favorite team, the Eastern Illinois Panthers.
The HitMix 88.9 WEIU Adopt-A-Watt Fund Drive starts Monday, September 15th. It allows HitMix to keep all of our programming on the air, including Eastern Illinois football and basketball. It also allows us to continue to train EIU students who have a desire for broadcasting. Please do your part by going online at weiu.net to donate now.
Keeping athletes in shape and in the game is one of the goals of Sarah Bush Lincoln Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Our certified athletic trainers and physical therapy staff work together to provide expertise on the sidelines and in the weight room to prevent, minimize, and eliminate injury. At Sarah Bush Lincoln, we're working to keep kids in the game.
Ready to go to the fourth quarter in Terre Haute. Indiana State's got a 24-7 lead over Eastern Illinois. Sycamores have outgained the Panthers 258 to 141. Both teams pretty balanced. 111 rushing, 147 passing for ISU. 86 rushing, 55 passing for Eastern. Panthers had the only turnover in the game. Penalties, 5 for 50 yards on Indiana State. 6 penalties, 13 yards against Eastern. Leading rushers for Eastern, Charles Kellum has 16 carries for 75 yards and a touchdown. Elijah Owens, 9 carries, 50 yards to lead Indiana State, but he went out with an injury in the second quarter, is not returned. LaCruz, 7 of 12 passing, 38 yards, 1 intercepted. Elijah Owens was 9 of 10 passing for 67 yards and a touchdown while he was in. And the backup, Patterson's 9 of 15 passing for 57 and a touchdown. He's done a pretty good job in relief for ISU. Peki Maeva has got 11 tackles to lead Eastern today. The backup quarterback for the Panthers, Connor Wolf, ready to take the snap on 2nd and 9 at his 47-yard line. Here's Wolf out of the pistol. He'll back to pass, sets up, then throw into the middle. It's caught by Neal. He's got a first down at the 33. Banged out of bounds hard, but he's in ISU territory. So Wolf has completed 2 passes, both to freshman Carleon Neal, and they've moved the ball into ISU territory. In just 2 completions, Wolf has matched the yardage LaCruz attributed through almost 3 quarters. Wide to the right go Rogers and Smith. 1st and 10 Eastern Illinois at the 33-yard line of Indiana State. Here's Connor Wolf in relief for the Panthers. Handoff to Kellum on a sweep to the right, trying to cut it back. All the way to the sideline, finally turns it over and runs out of bounds at the 31. Never could find a place to turn it upfield. JT Anderson on the tackle. Kellum picked up a couple. It'll be 2nd down and 8 coming up for Eastern. Well, it's a different attack completely, Dave, with Wolf in the game.
Yeah, he's really got a strong arm. That's the first time I've seen him, and I've really been impressed with those first 2 passes. He is accurate.
Played one play last week when LaCruz lost his helmet, and Wolf had to come in for just 1 play. 2nd and 8. Here's Wolf. Handoff up the middle. A lot of traffic as Kellum takes the handoff and kind of danced forward, but got no gain on the play. Kind of a slow developing play, and by the time Kellum had it, a lot of blue shirts were around him. Couldn't find a way out of that maze. No gain on the play to the 31, where it's 3rd and 8. Eastern today's converted 4 of 11 on 3rd down. Wolf standing in the huddle, covering his ears to make sure he can hear the play radioed in. Now he steps in, gives the play, and here they come out. Willman goes wide to the right. Smith wide to the left. Ginevra in the slot to the left. 3rd and 8, probably 4 down territory. Wolf back. They blitz him. He's going to gun it to the right side, and it's incomplete. Intended for Willman. Amon Glass had really good coverage. Wolf put the ball right on him. It was an accurate pass, but Willman could not make the catch with Glass on him that tight. It's going to be 4th down, 8 to go. Eastern will go for it. Panthers are 0 for 1 going forward on fourth down this season. Need to get the ball to about the 22 of Indiana State to make the first down. Willman and Ginevra to the left. D. Smith to the right. Here's Wolf back. 4-man rush. He's going to throw it deep. Left side going for Willman. Incomplete. Tried to hit him at the goal line. He was well covered. And there's a penalty flag on the play. Hold on. It's against Indiana State. Looks like pass interference coming up on Jerome Robinson, the cornerback, covering on the near sideline. Let's make sure. Here comes the call from Chris Rick. Pass interference on the defense.
It might have been a little bit of a break, Mike. I'm not sure that pass was catchable.
Put the ball to the 16, 15-yard penalty in college for pass interference. Huge play because it gives Eastern a first down. Keeps this drive alive with 12:57 to go in the game. 24-7. Indiana State's got the lead. Ginevra and Willman wide to the right. Nelson and Landers Green wide to the left on first down. Here's Wolf to snap it. Handoff in the middle. Kellum across the 15, brought down at the 14. Clark is there again for Indiana State as he's been in on a ton of tackles again today. 2-yard pickup for Kellum on his 19th carry. Looks like Kellum's going to be a workhorse. 30 carries last week, close to 20 today. Ball at the ISU 14, 2nd and 8. Willman to the right. Smith and Nelson to the left. Make that Green and Nelson to the left. Here's Connor Wolf, the backup quarterback. Drops back on 2nd and 8. Wolf's going to loop it into the right corner of the end zone. Incomplete. Tried to go to Ginevra. Kamal Clark on the coverage for Indiana State. Ball was a little bit underthrown. Did not give Ginevra, who is 6'5", a chance to use his height and go up and get it. Wolf, much more patient in the pocket, Dave, than Kellum is. Or rather than LaCrue, I should say.
Yes.
All right, Panthers may be in 4-down territory again. It's 3rd and 8 at the 14. Willman's wide to the left. A couple of wideouts go to the right. Now Nelson goes in motion. He'll end up at the left on 3rd and 8. Wolf back to pass. They rush 4. Wolf sets up, now steps up. Now he's going to run. He's at the 10, and he is brought down right at the sticks at the 7. See where they spot him. So Wolf could not find anybody open. He kept. I think he's a little short of the first down.
Wolf tucks it in and takes off on the quarterback keeper.
Spot him at the 7. It's going to be 4th down. And about a yard to go for Eastern. They're going to go for it here. They're in the pistol set. Kellum right behind Wolf on 4th and 1. There's the snap. Handoff up the middle. Kellum's got the first down. He got to the 5. Good push by the Eastern offensive line. They moved that Indiana State defensive line back a yard or two. And Kellum had no trouble at all picking up that first down to the 5-yard line. 1st and goal. Panthers ready to snap it. And Indiana State's going to take a timeout as the Panther tempo bothering ISU right there. So timeout. We're going to keep it here with 11:20 left to go in the game. Well, Dave, it's been for Connor Wolf's first real drive as a college quarterback. So far, so good.
Yeah, he's moved the team down the field, had a little help there with that pass interference call. But nonetheless, as we've said many times, the offenses look significantly different. Now we have a passing game. And, you know, I don't want to make that sound like it's an indictment of Cole LaCrue. He's hurt. That hip pointer, you know, I've heard over the years every coach say how painful those hip pointers are. So I just don't think he's near as mobile today as he normally would be.
You can see last week when he made a decision to run, he was out quickly. And it's not quite as that way today. It's much more deliberate.
He just can't cut like he did last week.
All right, Eastern's got the ball. This will be the 11th play of this drive. It's 1st down and goal to go at the 5-yard line for the Panthers. Connor Wolf, the quarterback. On his right side is Kellum on 1st and goal. There's the snap. Handoff in the middle. Kellum won't get anything. Indiana State brought in good pressure from the side. J.T. Anderson, the nickelback, came in, unblocked from the left of the offense and tackled Kellum before he could get going. No gain on the play. Ball still at the 5. 2nd down, goal to go. 11 minutes to go in the game. Panthers are down by 17. So they really need a touchdown here. Going to put Landers Green wide to the right. D. Smith out to the left. Pistol set. Now in motion goes Green. They fake it. Give it to Kellum up the middle across the 5. Driving toward the goal line. Got brought down to the 2. Kellum over right guard on his 22nd carry. Picked up 3 yards. Got to the 2-yard line. 3rd and goal. Eastern up there quickly looking to snap it without a huddle on 3rd and goal at the 2. Wolf under center. Gives it to Kellum. Hit behind the line. Broke the tackle and scores. Touchdown, Eastern Illinois. Kellum got hit at the 4 and somehow stepped out of that tackle and kept his weight leaning forward and took it in for the touchdown. Indiana State's got a player shaken up. It's Jorge Valdez, the free safety, shaken up on the play. Second touchdown for Charles Kellum today. Comes with 10:20 to go. It makes the score Indiana State 24, Eastern Illinois 13. So the Panthers get back in it. We're going to take a timeout before the extra point. 10:20 left in the game. Back in just a moment on the Panther Sports Network.
Well Creek Pharmacy, located at 1 West Lincoln Avenue in Charleston, can fill prescription medications and can accept most insurance plans. We also offer over-the-counter products, a drive-through window, prescription compounding, CBD oil, and local delivery. Prescriptions can be transferred to Well Creek Pharmacy at 217-512-2816.
Founded in 1883, Washington Savings Bank has proudly served their local communities. The array of financial services that Washington Savings Bank offers are online at washingtonsavings.net or at their branch location in Effingham, Lerna, or Mattoon. Washington Savings Bank supports Eastern Illinois athletics.
Coles County Sanitation and Recycling provides commercial, residential, roll-off, and curbside recycling services to the Coles County area. Coles County Sanitation and Recycling is located at 655 West Lincoln Avenue, Suite 4 in Charleston. More information about Coles County Sanitation and Recycling is available at 217-345-7101.
The Diepholz Auto Group of Charleston and Paris is a strong supporter of EIU sports. Honesty, integrity, and family are what the Diepholz Auto Group stands for. Diepholz is located at 631 West Lincoln in Charleston and at 15200 US 150 in Paris. The Diepholz Auto Group, a proud part of Charleston, Paris, and Eastern Illinois University.
Central Roofing has been an Illinois roofing contractor in Central Illinois since 2012. Central Roofing provides residential and commercial roofing services to the Mattoon area, including roof installations, roof repairs, and storms damage estimates. More information available at centralroofingllc.net.
Kerner Distributing, located in Effingham, is a proud supporter of Eastern Illinois Panther Athletics. Kerner is your local distributor for beverages including Coors, Miller, and Yuengling, along with a selection of craft and import beers, seltzers, ciders, spirits, and wines. More information at KernerDistributors.com.
Jorge Valdez got up for Indiana State and jogged off under his own power. Drew Schiller lines up on the extra point attempt for the Panthers. On his first drive as a college quarterback, Connor Wolf leads Eastern on a 13-play, 71-yard drive, used up 5 minutes, 44 seconds, got the touchdown. And now here's Schiller trying to make it a 10-point game again. The punter, Mason Miller, is the holder. Good snap, kicks up, and the kick is through. So it's Indiana State 24, Eastern Illinois 14. We've got 10:20 left to go in the game. And we're going to take a break. We'll be back with the Eastern Illinois kickoff in a couple of minutes on the Panther Sports Network.
Eastern Illinois University football, proudly presented by Kirchner Building Centers, your source for home improvement projects and contractor building materials in Central Illinois. For more information, John Brandt is available by phone at 217-232-0305 or at their locations in Charleston or Mattoon.
At Drake Homes, they recognize that no two customers are alike, and neither are the homes that will fit their lifestyle. At Drake Homes, they work with each customer through planning, execution, and follow-through with the end goal of a home. More information is available at drakehomes.com. Go Panthers from Drake Homes.
With banking and ATM options in all 50 states, including right here on the Eastern Illinois campus, U.S. Bank has your banking needs covered no matter where you are. And with the U.S. Bank mobile app, Your banking information can be as close as the palm of your hand. More information is available at usbank.com.
Ticket Smarter is a way to buy tickets to live events. Ticket Smarter has tickets for sports, concerts, and theater events. More information is available at ticketsmarter.com or through the Ticket Smarter app. Smart fans start at ticketsmarter.com. Ticket Smarter is committed to developing meaningful relationships with conferences, teams, and charities across the nation.
The Hampton Inn Paris has accommodations right here in East Central Illinois. Located on Highway 1 and just minutes from attractions like Black Hawk Park and Bloomfield Barn, the Hampton Inn Paris provides breakfast each morning and fresh coffee. Hampton Inn Paris also has a heated indoor pool and a 24-hour fitness center.
Keeping athletes in shape and in the game is one of the goals of Sarah Bush Lincoln Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Our certified athletic trainers and physical therapy staff work together to provide expertise on the sidelines and in the weight room to prevent, minimize, and eliminate injury. At Sarah Bush Lincoln, we're working to keep kids in the game.
Mike Brad along with Dave Kidwell back at Memorial Stadium in Terre Haute. We've got 10:20 left to go in the game. Eastern Illinois trying to come from behind here. They trailed at halftime 17-0. They scored early in the third, but Indiana State answered with a touchdown late in the third. But then Connor Wolf, their backup quarterback, entered late in the third, led Eastern on a touchdown drive. So it's Indiana State 24, Panthers 14. As Drew Schiller gets set to kick off into the win for Eastern. 10:20 left to go in the game. Both teams down to one timeout remaining. Rashad Rochelle back to return for Indiana State as Schiller on the run-up. Gets the kick down the near side. Not a very deep kick. Rochelle will take it at the 15-yard line. He's up across the 20. Stops at the 25, now got forward to the 30, spinning by a couple of tacklers, brought down at the 33. About a 18-yard return by Rochelle. So good field position for Indiana State, and now we'll see how they want to play their tempo. Most teams would slow it down a little bit here. Brock Vandiver, a freshman from Muhammad Seymour on the tackle for Eastern Illinois. Sycamores will start this drive at their 34. So both teams have got their backup quarterback in the game. Keegan Patterson out there for Indiana State. He's in there because Elijah Owens, the starter, was injured in the second quarter. 3 wideouts go to the left, 1 to the right for Indiana State on 1st and 10. Ples Lawrence at running back. Patterson will hand it up the middle. It's Lawrence through a small hole across the 35. Got to the 36. Crowd reacting because they thought Eastern should be guilty of a face mask. There's no flag. Kurt Mallory went running up the sideline to confront the linesman about it. No call. 3-yard gain. Van Hefty on the tackle for Eastern. 2nd down, 8 to go. Indiana State at their 36. Patterson looks to pass. Nope. Quarterback draw. Up the middle. Finds a hole again across the 45-50 to the 40. All the way to the 36. Well, Indiana State has found something with that quarterback draw. Brandon Worsley, a junior from San Marcos, California, on the tackle. Patterson's got 2 carries on the quarterback draw, and he has gained 77 yards. Got 29 on that one, 1st and 10 from the Panther 35. Patterson, pitch out. Lawrence hit behind the line. Big loss. Back to the 40. Once again for Eastern, it's Caleb Lyons, the Morehead State transfer from Antioch, Tennessee, on the tackle. He's had a good game today for Eastern. Ball back on the 40-yard line of Eastern. 2nd down, 15 to go, Indiana State. 8:50 to go in the game. It's a 10-point lead for the Sycamores. Back to pass, Patterson has protection, throwing deep, got Rochelle open. Touchdown, he caught it at the goal line. He got behind the Panther defense, and it's a 40-yard touchdown pass to make it 30-14 Indiana State. Rochelle just ran right by a couple defenders there, and Patterson made a really nice pass, led him just enough. He had to kind of stretch out to make the catch at the goal line. Rochelle, his first touchdown this year, 6th of his career. Patterson throws his 2nd touchdown pass of the game. Eastern defense has been susceptible to the long pass in these first couple of games. Gave up 3 of them last week to Dayton, 2 for touchdowns. And now a 40-yard touchdown pass here today. Sebastian Lopez will try to tack on the extra point as Indiana State tries to get that 17-point lead back that they had at halftime. Here's the kick by Lopez. It's up, and it is good. That makes the score Indiana State 31, Eastern Illinois 14. We will keep it here as we get ready for the kickoff with 8:42 to go. Well, Panther offense has shown some life here in the second half, Dave, but both times they've scored, Indiana State's had an answer pretty quickly.
Yeah, Patterson really has done a nice job. He's I'm trying to think how to best describe him. He's not the runner that Owens was, but boy, if he gets a little bit of room on those quarterback draws, he looks pretty darn good. I don't think there's a huge drop-off in talent.
Patterson has got 3 runs today for 66 yards, 2 of those long quarterback draws he's run. He's completed 10 of 16 passes for 97 yards and 2 touchdowns. And most importantly, they have not turned the ball over at all. Eastern continues to struggle to get takeaways. They did not get any takeaways in the last 6 games last year. They got 1 last week on a fumble recovery, but that's been it so far this year, just 1 takeaway by the defense. Lopez will kick off. 8:42 to go. Panthers down by 17 again. Lopez kicks it deep. Neal will watch it go over his head for a touchback. So we'll get another look at quarterback Connor Wolf. Led his team to the Michigan Division V state title as a senior at Grand Rapids Central Catholic. He was an all-stater as a senior. Came to Eastern last year as a true freshman and redshirted, ran the scout team in practice. So now he's a redshirt freshman playing just his second college game. He had just 1 play last week. And he's come in off of the bench here with Eastern behind by 17 in the second half today and led them on a touchdown drive on his only possession so far. He sends Landers Green wide to the right with C.J. Nelson. Darius Smith wide to the left. First and 10 Eastern at their 25. Jakari Fleming in the game at running back. Makes a handoff to him. Wolf is back, dodged the rush. Now gets the pass away. Caught at the 40 by Green. He's at the 45, cuts back at the 50. Dodged a man, got to the 45. Tackle made by Indiana State's Devin Johnson. Good job by Wolf. He dodged the rush, kept his poise, and hit Green coming open over the middle. It's a gain of 30 yards. First and 10 Panthers at the Indiana State 45. Wolf out of the shotgun again. Drops back to pass on first down. Has time. Now he dodges the rush again. Gets away to his left. He's going to keep it and run out of bounds for about a 3-yard carry. Wolf tried to stick in there and complete the pass, but finally had to run it and picked up 3 yards. It'll be 2nd and 7.
Wolf has to scramble on the
Ball at the 42 of Indiana State. Cooper Willman has not played a lot here in the second half, Dave. I don't know if we can spot him on the sideline. I think I see him over there, but he may be favoring something. 2nd and 7. Wolf is back. Blitz on. Wolf throws to the left. It's caught by Darius Smith. Nope, he's out of bounds apparently. Incomplete. He was right on the sideline. Apparently came down with a foot out of bounds, but there's a penalty flag in the offensive backfield. Hold on. Here comes Willman back into the game, so that's good. I'm used to him being on the field every play on offense. They've rotated these wide receivers much more today. Here comes the call on the penalty. After the play, personal foul against Eastern on Nick DeSanto after the play. So the bad part there is the down will count. And it'll roll over. Be a 15-yard penalty on Eastern. That'll move the ball back to the Panther 43. It's going to be 3rd down coming up. 3rd down, 22 yards to go. Smith to the left. Willman and Nelson go to the right. And the officials are going to review the previous play, perhaps to see whether it should have been a catch. I was surprised they waved it off, Dave, but I couldn't see his feet.
No, I couldn't either. I wonder if he went out of bounds and then came back in.
Yeah, I don't know. Perhaps. He was right on the sideline here. The Indiana State players on the sideline are blocking us from being able to see his feet, as if that would have perhaps made a difference. If the replay says he was in bounds, it'll help Eastern here. The penalty came after the play, so they'll go back and count the gain on the pass completion to Smith if they rule that way, and then assess the penalty from there. So we'll keep it here with 7:45 left to go in the game. 31-14, Indiana State's got the lead. It's been a costly game for them. Their starting quarterback, Elijah Owens, out with an injury in the second quarter. Now, Keegan Patterson, the backup, has done a good job in relief, but Sycamore's, a lot of their hopes this year were pinned on Owens. Had a good year last year as a redshirt freshman, and their offense kind of built around him. If he's out for an extended period, I got to think that would hurt him, Dave. Hard to think Patterson would be able to take up that slack.
No, he's not the athlete that Owens is. No doubt about that.
Perhaps a little better passer. I don't know. A little better pocket passer. They might have to redesign some things. They're very run-oriented at quarterback with Owens. Meanwhile, Eastern has played 2 quarterbacks today. Cole LeCrue played nearly 3 full quarters. He completed 7 of 12, but only 38 yards, 1 intercepted. He's not been able to get his running going today. After rushing for 193 last week, he's got only 3 rushing yards today on 12 carries and sacked 3 times. And then Connor Wolf came in off of the bench, the redshirt freshman. He's completed 3 out of 6 for 67 yards.
What's also been impressive about Wolf, when you change quarterbacks, or you've got a new quarterback, usually you hand off 2 or 3 times. You want to let them get their game feet. One, we didn't have that opportunity because we really needed to put the ball in the air. But Wolf has not been hesitant at all. He really looks like he's ready to take charge.
Okay, so this is a big change for Eastern here. They've overruled the call on the field, and they're calling it a catch for Darius Smith. And that got Eastern a first down. The catch was made around the 34-yard line. And then they do the penalty after that. So the ball is at the 49 of Indiana State. Panthers have better field position, and it's only 1st and 10. So that overrule on the penalty really helped Eastern on the incomplete pass. Here's Wolf back to pass, hits his tight end Herrera, hurdles a man at the 40, got to the 35, and he's got a first down. Good run after the catch by Herrera, who hurdled the first tackler, turned it into a 14-yard gain. Kamal Clark on another tackle for Indiana State. 1st and 10 Panthers at the Sycamore 36. Jakari Fleming at running back. Wolf ready to take the snap on first down. Drops back. They blitz him. A quick pass on the left. Caught by Smith at the 30. Gets to about the 26. Wolf knew that blitz was coming there, Dave, and he immediately hit Smith on that quick pass. Just short of the first down of the 26. 2nd down, 1 to go for Eastern. In the hurry up, Wolf back to pass again. In trouble. Going to be sacked at the 38. Couldn't get away that time. And making the sack for Indiana State was Jaden Childers, the defensive end who had the interception earlier in the game. His second big play, sacking Wolf back at the 37. It's an 11-yard loss. And now it'll be 3rd down and 12 to go for Eastern. Clock down to 6:25 left to go in the game. Smith to the left, Willman and Neal to the right on 3rd and long. Wolf drops back. They rush 3. Wolf steps up, throws, hits Fleming over the middle at the 35, runs right, cuts back at the 30, got to about the 29. Good run after the catch by Jakari Fleming, and it'll be 4th down coming up for the Panthers from the 29. It'll be 4th down and about 4 to go. Eastern will go for it. Down by 17 with 5:55 left in the game. Smith and Neal to the left, Willman to the right. The officials stop play here. Timeout Indiana State. That's their second. We'll take a break with 5:50 left to go in the game. Indiana State 31, Eastern Illinois 14. Back with a fourth down play in a moment on the Panther Sports Network.
First Mid Bank and Trust is there for all the new things life brings. Whether you're buying your first home, expanding your business, or planning for retirement, First Mid can assist with your financial needs. More information is available at firstmid.com. Good luck, Panthers, from all your friends at First Mid Bank and Trust with multiple area locations.
With an alumni base across the United States and spanning the globe, the EIU Alumni Association builds lifelong relationships between alumni and their alma mater and works to make Eastern the best in the nation in integrating the academic and personal developing of students. To learn more, visit eiu.edu/alumni association.
Slumberland Furniture is a proud sponsor of EIU Athletics with more than 100 locations in the Midwest, including one at 222 Broadway Avenue East in Mattoon. Slumberland Furniture has living room, dining room, and bedroom furniture along with home decor and mattresses. More information about Slumberland Furniture is available at slumberland.com.
Good luck, EIU, from Jamie Pilson and the staff at Pilson Auto Center, located at the corner of Route 16 and Route 130 in Charleston, as well as 2000 Lakeland and 2212 Lakeland in Mattoon. The Pilson Auto Center lineup is Jeep, Ford, Dodge, Mercury, Lincoln, and Chrysler. More information is available at pilsonauto.com.
Your local McDonald's restaurants are proud to support Eastern Illinois Panther Athletics, with area locations in Charleston, Mattoon, Effingham, Champaign, and Altamont. McDonald's offers different menu items, serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner daily. More information is available online at mcdonalds.com.
The McKenna Yost Convention Center and Hilton Garden Inn is located just off I-57. With hotel and convention space, they can accommodate all your needs, serving both guests from Mattoon and Charleston's communities. In town to cheer on the Panthers, the hotel is located near the EIU campus with 6 bar and grill located on site.
Eastern ball at the Indiana State 29. It's fourth down, 4 yards to go. Panthers are going to go for it here, down by 17 points with 5:50 to go in the game. Here's Connor Wolf back to pass. They rush 4, going deep right side. Got a man there, but overshot him, incomplete. Landers Green was open at the 5, and the pass was a little high. Couldn't bring it down, and Indiana State will take over on downs. So now they'll work on the clock with 5:44 to go, ahead by 17. One note, that catch earlier by Darius Smith, the one where originally was called incomplete and then got overruled into a completion, that put him over 1,000 career receiving yards, 36th player in Eastern history to get over 1,000 yards receiving in his career. All right, Indiana State should be in a position where they can work on the clock now. Leading 31-14. Eastern's only got 1 timeout left. 5:44 to go in the game. 2 receivers out each way. Patterson, the backup quarterback, makes a handoff to Brian Domino, sweeping around the left hand, broke a tackle, got a first down. He fumbled, but he was falling out of bounds, and there was no chance to recover. So Domino on the run, picked up about 11. And it's a first down for Indiana State at their 40-yard line. Make it the 41. Domino is a transfer from UConn, sophomore from Richmond, Texas. 1st and 10. They're going to hand off in the middle. It's Lawrence straight ahead. Got a couple. That's about it. Eastern's done a good job with him today, Dave. He's only got about 13 yards rushing.
Yeah, there isn't any question, but what they've had him bottled up right from the kickoff.
It's been the quarterback runs that have hurt them. I think that Nick Osho on that carry. Osho gained a couple. Backup running back from Burnaby, British Columbia. 2nd down, 9. Sycamores from their 42. Again, it's a fake and a keep by Patterson. Heading to the right, he's upended at the 44. Tackled from behind. Making the stop was T.N. Fridge for Eastern.
Indiana State just wants to burn the clock right now.
Picked up about 2 yards on that carry up to the 44. 3rd down and 7. Clock running. 4:25 to go in the game. There's Patterson back to pass. A lot of time. Now throws it sidearm, and it's complete for a first down. They get caught by Larry Stevens at the Panther 43. Patterson was in a tight pocket. The blocker had been pushed back into him. He didn't have room to make his regular throwing motion, so he sidearmed it downfield and got a lot on that and hit Stevens for a gain of 13. 1st and 10, Indiana State at the Panther 43-yard line. Going to hand it to Domino again. Sweep to the left at the 40, 35, still going to the 31. Second time they've run that, a wide receiver sweep on this possession. He picked up another 12, and it's another Indiana State first down. So they're moving the ball again. They're really not using up near as much time as they could be. They're snapping these balls with 20 seconds on the play clock a lot of times. 1st and 10 at the Eastern 31-yard line. Patterson has Nick Osho at running back. He's a big running back. They give it to him in the middle. Breaks across the 30, 25, 20. He'll score. Osho, touchdown, Indiana State. Again, once he broke past the first line, there wasn't anybody in the middle of the field in the secondary. And Osho was able to sprint for a 31-yard touchdown run. Comes with 3:10 to go in the game. And makes it Indiana State 37 and Eastern 14. So Osho, big kid, 6'2", 220, but showed good speed. Once he broke past the line, just raced right down the middle of the field for the touchdown. Extra point attempt is up for Indiana State, and the kick is good once again by Sebastian Lopez. Makes it 38-14 in favor of the Sycamores. We'll keep it here with 3:10 to go. I think we owe you a station break. So we'll do that here in just a second. Total yardage for the game now. Indiana State is up to 372 total yards. Eastern has only got 232. Let's pause 10 seconds right now for station identification on the Panther Sports Network.
This is Eastern Illinois quarterback Connor Wolf. You're listening to Panther football on Hit Mix 88.9, WEIU Charleston.
6-play drive for Indiana State, 71 yards, used up 234. Nick Osho, a 31-yard touchdown run for the Sycamores. For Osho, second touchdown this year, one each game. All right, they'll kick off now. Indiana State will. Lopez kicking with the wind has been good for a touchback each time. Got the wind at his back here, and he keeps that streak alive by landing that one out the back of the end zone. So we'll see if Eastern can generate some more offense here with 3:10 to go. They've got one timeout plus the 2-minute timeout. Connor Wolf will come back in at quarterback for the Panthers. Looks like Indiana State will get to 2-0 for the first time since 1986. They play at Indiana on Friday night. Then they've got a road game at Montana before they open conference play in the very tough Missouri Valley. All right, Connor Wolf on 1st and 10 from his 25 drops back. 4-man rush, pass into the middle is caught at the 32. Gain of 7 on that pass completion to C.J. Nelson, his second catch. Eastern lines up without a huddle. 2nd down, 3 to go. Since Wolf has come in, they've been in the hurry-up offense much of the time.
2nd and 3 for the Panthers.
There's Wolf on 2nd down and 3. Takes the snap, sets up. Wolf pressured, grabbed high. Down he goes at the 24. He's sacked. That'll be the 5th sack today by Indiana State. See who got that one for the Sycamores. Maybe Logan Wilson or maybe Brian Henderson. They were both there as Wolf kind of disappeared under that crowd of blue shirts. Lost 8 yards back to the 24. Third down, 11 to go for the Panthers with 2:15 on the clock. Willman out to the right. Two wideouts go to the left for Eastern on third and long. Here's Wolf. He sets up again. Four-man rush. Clears it out on the right flat. Too high for Kellum. Incomplete. It'll be fourth down.
Wolf's pass is incomplete off the fingertips.
So let's see if Chris Wilkerson's going to go for it here. Down 38-14. We're at the 2-minute timeout, so they'll have a chance to think about it. We'll take a break with 2 minutes left to go in the game. Indiana State leads at 38-14. Back in a moment on the Panther Sports Network.
Jersey Mike's is located at 200 West Lincoln Avenue in Charleston and 1021 Charleston Avenue East in Mattoon. Jersey Mike's has 14 cold subs, including Jersey Shore's favorite 12 hot subs with the Big Kahuna cheesesteak on the menu. Sandwich combo meals are offered. Gift cards and merchandise are also available. Ordering online at jerseymikes.com.
Since 1948, Lambeau's Amoco BP has supported this community and supports the EIU Panthers this season. Lambeau's has 4 locations in Charleston, Tuscola, and Mattoon. Lambeau's Amoco BP has snacks, drinks, and fuel for students and families on their way to and from the Eastern Illinois University campus.
Myers-Koth Automotive believes in long-standing traditions and is a local family business. Myers-Koth Automotive is located at 920 18th Street in Charleston. Myers-Koth Automotive provides a range of automotive repair services. More information is available at myerskothauto.com or on Facebook. Rob Myers-Koth says good luck to the Panthers this season.
EIUPanthers.com is the official site of Eastern Illinois Athletics. Ticket info, stats, features, photos, podcast videos, and game schedules, along with streaming feeds and Ohio Valley Conference news. Bookmark EIUPanthers.com and stay up to date with your favorite team, the Eastern Illinois Panthers.
Tune in every weekday morning for the EIU Morning Mix with local news, EIU, Charleston, and Mattoon sports, and the up-to-date weather. The EIU Morning Mix also has entertainment and music news, weird stories, celebrity birthdays, and more. It's the EIU Morning Mix weekdays from 6 to 9 on Hitmix 88.9 WEIU.
Keeping athletes in shape and in the game is one of the goals of Sarah Bush Lincoln Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Our certified athletic trainers and physical therapy staff work together to provide expertise on the sidelines and in the weight room to prevent, minimize, and eliminate injury. At Sarah Bush Lincoln, we're working to keep kids in the game.
Fourth down, 11 yards to go. Eastern has brought the punt team onto the field here, trailing 38-14. Mason Miller is averaging 48 yards per punt today. Here's a good snap. Gets a line drive kick away into the wind. Takes a good Eastern bounce. Rochelle will let the ball roll. It's across the Indiana State 30. And they'll down the ball at the ISU 26. So that'll be another 50-yard punt for Miller. Man, he has had several of those already this year. All right, Indiana State should run this out in about 3 plays here with 1:50 to go. They lead at 38-14. Panthers will be 1-1, Dave, as they get ready to take on Illinois State next week. That's a really good ISU team. Panthers are going to have to kind of go back to the drawing board a little bit at quarterback here. It'll be interesting to see how this plays out going forward.
Yeah, they've got a decision to make this week. A lot of it's probably going to depend on practice, somewhat the health of LaCrue. But Connor Wolf certainly is putting himself back in the picture.
First down handoff, Nick Osho around the left end at the 35, got to the 40, got around the 30, got tackled at the 32 inbounds to keep the clock running. LaCrue today, only 3 yards rushing, 38 yards passing. Certainly not as mobile as he was last week with a hip injury. And then Connor Wolf has come in, completed 7 of 10 passing. Still less than 100 yards. Second down, Patterson on a keeper, gets around the left end, gets across the 40, makes a first down up to the 44. He's had a good day running the ball. Picked up 10 more there. Daniel Autry on the tackle.
And Indiana State can start taking a knee.
Yeah, 58 seconds to go. They should here. In fact, they could do actually one time will be enough to run this out. So they've had 2 home games to start the year, 2-0 for the Sycamores as they'll go to Indiana Friday night. And Eastern will have a record of 1-1 as they return home to take on the number 7 team in the country, Illinois State, next week. Patterson will move up under center, should be able to take a knee, and that'll be the last play of the game. There's the snap, takes the knee, and that'll be it. Final score today in Terre Haute is Indiana State 38 and Eastern Illinois 14. We'll be back with our postgame show from Terre Haute in just a moment on the Panther Sports Network.
Kerner Distributing, located in Effingham, is a proud supporter of Eastern Illinois Panther Athletics. Kerner is your local distributor for beverages including Coors, Miller, and Yingling, along with a selection of craft and import beers, seltzers, ciders, spirits, and wines. More information at KernerDistributors.com.
Good luck, EIU, from Jamie Pilson and the staff at Pilson Auto Center, located at the corner of Route 16 and Route 130 in Charleston, as well as 2000 Lakeland and 2212 Lakeland in Mattoon. The Pilson Auto Center lineup is Jeep, Ford, Dodge, Mercury, Lincoln, and Chrysler. More information is available at pilsonauto.com.
First Mid Bank and Trust is there for all the new things life brings. Whether you're buying your first home, expanding your business, or planning for retirement, First Mid can assist with your financial needs. More information is available at firstmid.com. Good luck, Panthers, from all your friends at First Mid Bank and Trust with multiple area locations.
Keeping athletes in shape and in the game is one of the goals of Sarah Bush Lincoln Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Our certified athletic trainers and physical therapy staff work together to provide expertise on the sidelines and in the weight room to prevent, minimize, and eliminate injury. At Sarah Bush Lincoln, we're working to keep kids in the game.
Your local McDonald's restaurants are proud to support Eastern Illinois Panther Athletics, with area locations in Charleston, Mattoon, Effingham, Champaign, and Altamont. McDonald's offers different menu items, serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner daily. More information is available online at mcdonalds.com.
Jersey Mike's is located at 200 West Lincoln Avenue in Charleston and 1021 Charleston Avenue East in Mattoon. Jersey Mike's has 14 cold subs, including Jersey Shore's favorite 12 hot subs with the Big Kahuna cheesesteak on the menu. Sandwich combo meals are offered. Gift cards and merchandise are also available. Ordering online at jerseymikes.com.
Mike Brad, along with Dave Kidwell, back from Terre Haute, where Indiana State jumped out to an early lead. They were up 17-0 at halftime. Eastern closed to within 10 a couple of times in the second half, but each time Indiana State was able to come back for a touchdown to answer, and the Sycamores win it by a final score of 38-14. Really, Dave, no phase of the Eastern team today was quite up to what they needed to be. The defense gave up 38, had trouble stopping mainly both the run and the pass at various times. Offense had trouble being consistent. Some penalties hurt at times. They couldn't get any takeaways. Just lots of little things added up.
Well, when you say the only consistent part of the game was the punting by Miller, as you said, that kind of tells the story right there. Yeah, they really got to clean up the penalties. They've got to have a heart-to-heart talk with these guys about personal foul penalties. Those are the ones that really frustrate coaches, as we said many times. See what happens at quarterback. They had competition in fall camp. I think there was a question about who was going to start the first game, and now I think they're kind of back to base zero to have a discussion and see what the decision is going to be there. Got behind early and trying to play catch up, and that really is not our game when we haven't thrown the ball particularly well, even though Wolf at times showed real talent in that level.
Said the quarterback, from what we've seen in the two games, Cole LeCroux is a very talented runner. We saw that last week. He was, in his defense, limited today because of an injury, and the numbers show it. He only had 3 yards. He has had difficulty with the downfield passing. I think we saw that in fall camp, and we've really seen it. He had some completions against Dayton, but mainly underneath, not been able to get the ball down the field. Wolf is more of a pocket passer. He's not a big threat to run, but he can get the ball downfield a little bit and a little better pocket passer, I think, right? Be a fair evaluation?
I couldn't agree more. So, you got to throw the ball down the field because you got to stretch the defense a little bit to open up the run a little bit. So it's, again, complementary football that leads to success. So, yeah, it wouldn't surprise me at all that Wolf comes out as a starter next week. And again, it may be partially due to that hip pointer. Those don't go away overnight. So I don't want to say Wolf's going to win it by default, but he does some good things there that, again, as we said, opens up the field more.
I think the inability of Eastern in the first half to complete passes down the field completely hurt the running game by Eastern. Indiana State they were just daring Eastern to pass it out there to stop the run, and the Panthers couldn't beat that.
And we knew on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday that's exactly what was going to happen once Indiana State saw the video from last week's game. So, yeah, it didn't take brain surgeon to know what the game plan was going to be on the Sycamore's part.
And then by the time Wolf got in the game, he was kind of in a got-to-pass situation, which made them – he had to kind of be in a one-dimensional situation. He was able to hit a few, but maybe not as many as he could have had they had to respect the run more.
Yeah, he got sacked a couple times, but overall I thought his poise was pretty good in the pocket. Patient, stuck in there, and found some open receivers. So, again, he's going to need playing time to gain more confidence, but certainly when it comes to passing, he's got the talent level.
Well, it'll be interesting to see. I could foresee certainly a combination of the two because they do complement each other pretty well. We'll see what they can come up with. Whoever's playing quarterback next week, it's going to be a tough task because Illinois State is ranked 7th. They've got a lot of guys back from a team that won a playoff game last year. Brock Spack is a defensive-oriented head coach, so he'll be ready. And it's a team that really gets after the passer normally. They've got some talented rushers, and they probably stunt and scheme as much with their pass rush as anybody Eastern plays. So it's going to be a big challenge for Eastern next week.
Yeah, Illinois State really is developed into a solid program that is a threat every year to go into the playoffs, and not a threat to go in, but a threat to win one or two games. Again, the Dakota schools are the power in the conference. It's almost like Northwestern trying to knock off Ohio State and Michigan every year. It might happen once in a while, but not very often. So, yeah, Brock has done just an incredibly good job there to keep Illinois State, in the first division every year in this toughest FCS league.
All right, Dave, we'll see you next Saturday. We'll take a break here. The final score was Indiana State 38, Eastern Illinois 14. We'll be back and look at the scoreboard in just a moment on the Panther Sports Network.
With banking and ATM options in all 50 states, including right here on the Eastern Illinois campus, U.S. Bank has your banking needs covered no matter where you are. And with the U.S. Bank mobile app, your banking information can be as close as the palm of your hand. More information is available at usbank.com.
Since 1948.